Today I got time, cuz.
All you hoes, all of you hoes. What the hell? What the hell, Barry? What the hell, Ante?
Don't I be with J Money serving everybody?
Club going up on a Tuesday.
Beat your ass and hide the Bible if God watching.
Anybody touch me, this bitch is up.
It's a crash out.
Look, he fucking nutted on my fucking leg.
Okay, I'm reloaded.
All right, man. Hold on, man. Wait one goddamn minute, man.
He from 63rd.
I got beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes, lamb, rams, hogs, dogs, chickens, turkeys, rabbits, you name it.
Perfect. Here we go.
So I wanted to do hood rat stuff for my friend. Honey.
What's going on, everybody? Class is in session. My brother from another mother international. How do you do today?
Foreigner.
What's poppin', slime? What's Gucci chat? We are back with a vengeance with another jam-packed episode.
Yes, sir.
Feels good to be back.
Yes, sir. Shout out to Shabby Kid. He comes in becoming a member before we even start class. Thank you, man. We appreciate you, dog.
And we got to stop the show before it even begins because our guy CBB came through.
Money work. El mundo quiere dinero. Money work. Se arregla con dinero. Money work. Si me quiero educar, dormir en algún lugar, un lugar para trabajar.
Shout out to CBB, man. Thank you so much. He comes in with a $20 cash app. We're going to put it right up on the screen in just a moment. Thank you so much, CBB. Everything that you guys donate to us, man, it really helps. It goes towards a great cause. Guys, we got a lot of costs, a lot of things we're doing behind the scenes, a lot of traveling, a lot of editing, a lot of camera equipment, a lot of mics, everything we need to really give you guys the best production. So thank you so much, CBB. We appreciate you so much, brother. And again, man, guys, send in your cash apps, your super chats, PayPal's, cash apps are the best, guys. But however you guys can support, we appreciate it. Let's make sure we're live real quick on Instagram so everyone can see that donation from CBB. Thank you, CBB. And we're going to go live on Facebook as well. Shout out to everybody on Facebook and shout out to everybody on X, all the different platforms that you guys watch on. I always say, guys, you should be streaming across all platforms. You never know which one's going to blow or which one people are going to like to watch on. So it can't hurt to just go ahead and, you know, stream from all of them at the same time. Why not? So shout out to everybody, man, that's been supporting the work. And thank you again, CBB, man.
All right. We got some goats in here already, bro. The goats were here earlier. Mr. Miyagi in the building.
What's good, Mr. Miyagi?
Cornell in the building.
Cornell, what's good? What's good?
Child in the building. Steph Curry in round 2. Cornell said foreigner too.
Yeah, shout out to Cornell.
Foreigner.
Yeah. Steph Curry, man.
That was a great game the other day, man. We got a chance to watch. Yeah.
Put him to sleep.
Yeah.
Shout out to Steph, man.
Great game. Guys, he's like 37 years old.
Yeah.
Still cooking them little young 20-something-year-old, 18-year-old, however old they get in the NBA. And, man, he's cooking them. They look tired, gassed. My man is literally like 17 years their senior, and he's running around like he's, 25. So it definitely is a good thing to see people our age still, in shape, healthy, playing basketball. Steph is literally the GOAT. And, man, I think he's got probably another 5 to 7 years. He might stay in the NBA till he's 45, guys, to be honest. The way he's rolling right now, he's going to be one of those guys. Maybe he won't be as fast or whatever.
Stays? If they let's say they win the championship this year, you think Steph's staying?
I think he stays.
Okay.
I don't think he's going to retire until he's in his 40s.
Okay. I mean, he's still in shape. He still could do it. It's just like it's hard to keep doing it at the level that Steph's doing it. Like it's hard to keep winning these chips.
Yeah. I think he ends up being like an old like 3-point shooter that they just keep on the, you know what I mean? They get some younger people and Steph just is really in there to just knock down threes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You guys ever play a pickup game of basketball and the old dudes be playing and some of them are just really good at shooting? They don't really ever drive because they're too slow, right? But they still got that shot. Steph could be a problem just sitting up at the top of the key, man. He don't even got to move. I feel like, you know what I'm saying? So
did you say he got to know how to move?
Yeah, I mean,
God know how to move.
I think, like I said, anybody's ever played pickup basketball and you know they got that one or two shooters that, you know what I'm saying, you can't leave Steph open. Even if he's not moving, you can't leave him open. And I don't think you can leave him open at 40, 45, 50 years old, motherfucker. If he was sitting at the top of that motherfucker at 50, you don't want him right there. He's making the shot. You know what I mean?
You know what I think?
What do you think?
I think we got to shout out our guy, Kev B.
Kev B.
Money work. El mundo quiere dinero. Money work. Se arregla con dinero. Money work. Si me quiero educar, dormir en algún lugar, un lugar para trabajar.
Shout out to Kev B.
Honey.
Shout out to Kev for the $10 cash app. Thank you so much for the mafia. Thank you, Kev B, man. Kev, we're definitely gonna get up with you soon, man. I know we missed you when you had your layover here in Miami, but next time we are, you know, in the same vicinity, we definitely got to link up. Kev's a big, huge supporter. Go to the channel. So thank you so much, Kev, supporting every single show, man. Every single show. Shout out to King H as well. He says Monday Night Mafia in full effect. 6. Yes, sir. Shout
goats
out to
on goats.
Everybody's
on
in the building
goats.
today, man. Thank y'all.
Calais in the building.
Calais, what's good?
New member, Shabby Kid. Yeah, ho.
What's good, Shabby? So yeah, guys, you know, we you know, we love basketball. We're waiting on football, obviously, to start, but basketball has been good this year, and I can't wait to see who goes to the final. I'm rooting for the Golden State Warriors. I know they've won a lot, but I think that people counted them out with, you know, the team kind of getting broken up, and now they seem to be stronger than ever. They got Hemi Butler, and Hemi's been doing really good for them. And I know it doesn't seem like he's scoring a lot, but he also makes a huge difference, man. And he can take a little load off of Steph. So I think it's gonna be a good little series, man. They're playing the Timberwolves, so damn. I kind of want Ant to win too, though, man. I feel like he's now gone 2 years in a row or so, 2 or 3 in a row to the playoffs. So
it's gonna be an interesting series. But my guy Steph, got this on lock. And guys, we're from Pittsburgh. We have no basketball team. We have no baseball team either, really. So we're allowed to like certain players, like Kobe, Jordan, Steph's now, you know, my favorite player that's playing right now. So I root for the Hawks too, just because I, you know, lived in Atlanta for so long. Trae Young is just like play so many times live. I saw him actually live against Steph, and that was crazy. Just watching them both just cooking. Like, you know, Trae goes down the court, cooks. Steph goes down the court, cooks. Like that shit was crazy.
I don't think I've seen Steph live yet, so I definitely have to go to the game next time they come here to Miami. I'm definitely gonna go to a game, man, because I think everyone, you know, should at least get to see greatness once. You know what I'm saying? He's basically, like I said, the best player I think of our time right now. I mean, people say LeBron, but Steph is crazy. Shout out to Mangelo. He says my Knicks took game 1. Oh shit! Shout out to the Knicks, man.
Shout out to the Knicks.
They're playing
who are they playing?
Celtics.
Okay.
Yeah. That's
okay. Damn.
That's a big deal.
Yeah, it's a big dub right there.
Because Celtics are fucking nice. And what are they? 3-1 or 4-1? Not 3-1. They 4-1 the last team they just played. So, and they're the defending champs. So yes, big deal. Shout out to the Knicks, man. If the Knicks go, you ain't gonna never get nobody from New York to shut up.
They was all Knicks fans their entire life, and they've been rooting for them and watching every game. Yeah, I already know.
Let's hear it for
Shout out to New York City, man.
Calais said Edwards is a problem.
Damn.
Screw the Knicks Celtics all the way. Okay. We got a little Knicks Celtic rivalry.
Yeah.
Cool guys.
Let's get into the housekeeping.
We're going to get into housekeeping.
Any announcements before we go into it real quick?
Nah, it's actually something I was going to talk about that has to do with the housekeeping.
Okay, cool. All right, guys, let's go into the housekeeping real quick, and then we'll give you guys some more information what we got going on. Shout out to everybody on the locals. That's mentuition.locals.com, guys. Let me make sure there's no debauchery. Okay, good. There's a debaucherous part on this one, guys, that I have to skip past every time. Join the locals, guys. It's free to join. However, if you want to see all the debauchery, all the not safe for YouTube stuff, you do have to sign up for $9.99. Okay. And you will unlock everything. You'll unlock the cheat codes. Shout out to all the new members of the locals, guys. We do have some new footage we're going to be posting very soon, probably tonight or tomorrow. I have some strip club stuff I'm going to put up. Guys, we are going to start going live from strip clubs. No one else in the space is doing that. I think it's super dope to just, chill at the strip club, have some drinks. Al was getting a crazy lap dance from a chick from Cartagena, guys. We get girls that come to clubs that are from Colombia, and that's pretty cool. So, I think that
Colombia.
It's kind of dope to kind of see the girls here in Miami. Still, they don't have to learn any English, guys. When you're in South Florida, you can just literally get by not ever speaking a lick of English and being cute and having a vagina. But that's the way it is in life. All right, guys. So make sure you join the locals. Next up, guys, we have our Patreon, patreon.com/mentuition, guys. It is also free to join the Patreon. However, if you want to unlock all the sauce, all the uncensored travel guides, all the uncensored club guides, then you guys have to sign up. We have 3 tiers. The first tier is our general admission tier. You get access to all of our full uncensored travel guides, exclusive behind the scenes footage, exclusive access to our private community, Patreon exclusive content, and special Discord access. Next up, we have our VIP tier. You get free access to all of our not safe for YouTube content, priority chats on YouTube, access to our members only live streams, a list of over 1,000 remote jobs, 1 free consultation question answer per month on Patreon direct message, 20% off of consultations, 10% off of merch, and even more special Discord access. And last but not least, shout out to everybody that's a part of our All Access Pass membership.
Spin the check and get it right back.
This is how you guys can support us at the highest level. If you really fuck with the content and you want to support and really, really support, this is the best level and the highest level we have. You get 1 free consultation per month, up to 1 hour, 25% off of additional consultations throughout the month, access to a list of over 11,000 remote jobs, access to our personal cell phone numbers, free exclusive member-only meetups, VIP access and discounts on our yacht parties, Patreon exclusive discounts on our website services, discounts on our tour guides, 20% off the merch, and even more special Discord access. Guys, don't forget to join the Discord. The Discord is free. That is mentuitiondiscord.net. You can also get the Discord link below the description here, below our YouTube video box. Also, join the Mentuition Mafia. Shout out to our member that just joined today, Shabby. Thank you so much. That is the Mentuition Mafia, which is basically our YouTube membership, guys. We put a lot of the IRLs up there. All the special content that we just don't drop for everyone to see goes there. And basically, guys, it helps us out. And it's the most cost-effective way to help us out. It's only $3.99 to join the Mafia. I know we got a couple other things, right? Facebook and one other thing too.
As far as the Mafia goes, we're doing a live stream, members only stream this Saturday. We're going to start doing that once a week for at least at least half hour, 45 minutes, chop it up with y'all. We could talk sports. We could talk whatever. We'll typically have a topic. We'll open the panel off rip and we could just chop it up and kick it with the guys. But yeah, we could talk about safety. We could talk about, whatever.
Members only stream for the Mafia. Shout out to Shabby again. We're gonna do at least 1 per week, guys. We'll pick a topic. You guys can come in. We have over 40 members now, so shout out to you guys, man. We're growing. And we'll just chop it up with you guins, and we'll do some stuff that talk about stuff we don't never really talk about during the shows. We'll go in depth in certain topics that you guys want to talk about. And then the Facebook group, right?
Yeah, join up on the Facebook group. I'm getting a lot of people joining on there. A lot of receipts in there, man, and people are winning. So make sure you join that. It's dope. Just chop it up with everybody. Get a chance. Cornell's in there. There's a lot of people. Calais posted some shit. Kev B. But there's a ton of people in there so far. Ellis, we just post. You go on a trip. You can post, you know, all of your receipts. You can post, you know, ask questions about different things and get some information. And I just want to build like a Facebook online community. There's a lot of people that still use Facebook. Even though I don't really use it much, I've just been forcing myself to use it because I want to build up that community, and I think that it'll be dope. Plus, we'll be able to go live, you know, from our Facebook pages and all that stuff as well once we get to a certain number of people. So join up, invite your friends, all that stuff. Yeah, join up on there.
Yeah, man. Shout out to everybody. All right, guys. So today's topic is Florida man gets arrested for having 3 wives. I actually did not look up this story at all, but every time I see Florida man, it's actually pretty funny to me, of course, because there's that episode on Atlanta where they're talking about Florida man. Florida does have some crazy people, guys, some crazy shit that happens here. I'm not gonna lie, it's a different kind of state, especially here in South Florida. But you kind of get used to the characters that you see. It's like GTA, basically. You walk outside and there's just a bunch of bots and NPCs. We were around a few NPCs this past weekend, cracking up, man. Just people just acting crazy. This one girl just kept twerking for no reason. And we're like, okay, it's just like, you know, TikTok brain, NPC brain, all that stuff is real. It really is real. There are people that are just so, you know, under a spell and a trance that they just don't even know that they're just like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't even know, controlled. And sometimes it happens, right? You're scrolling through TikTok, you're scrolling through your Instagram Explore page, and you just get lost. But I try to like catch myself, and I hardly ever really scroll that much. But you know, you can get really like wrapped up in all of that shit, especially other people's lives, and you're not even really learning anything. It's just a bunch of stupid shit. Do we have the link for that, Al? Is it in the
Yes, in the Discord. Okay. I'll put it in the private chat.
Okay, cool. Quick. But shout out to everybody, man. Let me see here. He said also Florida has too many alligators and snakes. Yeah, a lot of snakes, a lot of real snakes here. A lot of people, human snakes here in Florida, man. A lot of people here in Florida. It's just, especially South Florida, like I said, there's a lot of scammers and BSers and people who just veneers and BBLs.
Insurance fraud.
Yeah, it's really one of those places where it just gets annoying. Also, guys, happy Cinco de Mayo, guys. Okay, happy Cinco de Mayo to everybody. I don't have a Cinco de Mayo soundbite, but let's drop a bomb for Cinco de Mayo. Yeah. Shout out.
We need that auxilio one too.
Yeah.
Auxilio.
Yeah. Shout out to everybody. Celebrating your Cinco de Mayo. Maybe a lot of people are also out today. I know that there's some parties going on out in the city, especially here in Miami. There's probably a lot going on as well. Even though it is a Monday night, people typically still party on Cinco de Mayo. So
the Mentiroso, the Mentiroso soundbite.
I have that one.
It's a good Miami and a Cinco de Mayo one.
Yeah. But yeah, guys. So yeah, we definitely wanted to just acknowledge that because I know it's a big holiday for Mexican people here that are Mexican American, but also just in general, it's a party holiday. So you know, you don't get off of work for Cinco de Mayo, but people sure do fucking get drunk and go crazy. So
Cornell said he's eating tacos right now. Yeah, me and Steve, I made some crazy ass fajitas yesterday.
Yeah,
crazy. Shout chef them shits up, and they were flames, and then had a little tequila. So celebrated it early. We went out yesterday. Yeah, Pedro de Sal is dumb lit. I hope I don't get my phone snatched typing this. Yeah, shout out to you, Big Money. Yeah, Pedro de Sal. I'm super jealous. It's a place to be on a Monday, man. It's just,
yeah, man.
It's a movie every Monday. Every Monday is a movie. That's crazy.
Yep, there's never not a movie at Pedro de Sal. What's going on here? What is this? There we go. All right, guys, I was able to find the video thanks to Al. He just posted it up. I don't know what the hell is this. What is going on? Huh. That's weird, bro. Huh. All right, well, it's doing some weird shit. All right. Yeah, all right, guys. So let's bring up the video here. Florida man arrested for having 3 wives in 3 different countries. This should be an interesting one.
No, 3 different counties.
Oh, sorry. I'm thinking passport bros. My bad. I'm thinking he's smart. He's not smart. Okay.
Stupid.
There we go. All right. 3 different counties here in Florida. All right, here we go.
Facing charges for marrying 3 Florida women in 3 different counties at the same time. Tonight, those women are speaking out, saying the system that handles marriage licenses kept them in the dark.
There are no safeguards, and that I feel like that's part of where the system failed.
He took each one of us to a county over to get married in.
If the counties did talk, that would have saved me a lot of heartache, a lot of money, a lot of stress.
I-Team investigator Adam Walser breaks down how this could happen at a time when online records can be viewed with a few clicks of a mouse.
A wedding usually signifies a lifetime commitment between 2 people embarking on life's journey. But these 3 Florida women learned they were on the same journey with Henry Betsy Jr. at the same time. This is Henry's mugshot, which is the most recent and clear picture we have of him. Michelle married Henry in Hernando County in November 2022.
I met him on Match.com. We met in early November.
How soon did you marry?
Kev B, is that you? Is that you, Kev B?
Yeah.
Operating under an alias, a different alias. Is that you, Kev B?
Kev, stay away from our baddies. Stay away from our white women.
Stay away from our bunnies.
From our snow bunnies.
Shout out to King H2. He said, Al, you been getting down in the kitchen. Clean eating props, not easy. Keep your eye on the prize. Appreciate it, man. I'm trying to get like you. King H, shout out to him. He lost like what, 60, 80 pounds, somewhere around there.
Oh yeah, shout out to King H.
Yeah, man. That's what's up.
Put a 1 in the chat, guys, if you've ever dated a snow bunny. If you ever dated a white woman, put a 1 in the chat. I'm wondering if anyone here actually dates white women. Put a 1 in the chat, guys. All right, I'm curious.
I gotta go back a little bit. Is this Kev B chat? Is this the same guy as they both getting baddies? I don't know.
You're stupid. Shout out to Kev, man. Okay. All right. So there's some 1s coming up here. Right. So I've only dated 1 white woman seriously in my life. And the one that I did date, she was super cool. She was an au pair, which is like a nanny. Big booty. Okay, big booty. If I'm gonna date a white girl, she's gonna have a wagon most of the time. I'm not gonna say every time, but like, you know, that was at a point in my life where it's like, if I was 24, 25, I'm like, look, if I'm gonna date a white chick, she's gonna have a black girl ass. She don't need to necessarily be the one that's trying to act black or nothing like that, but she just gotta have the body. And she was from UK, moved to Italy, super cool girl. Wanted to get married, and I was just like, nah, I'm not making enough money yet. I was making maybe like $18 an hour at the time, and I was making decent money, and plus I was DJing and stuff. But I just was like, nah, I can't just marry you just to marry you. Like, she
18 an hour ain't shit in DC though. You were in DC.
Yeah, I know. But I was also living with my uncle, and I lived with my sister, so I didn't have as much expenses. But I mean, I started making like 8 or 9 an hour, and I doubled that in like a few years. So I was happy. I was starting to really make better money. But yeah, I met her at karaoke. She had a big old booty, and I was the only white girl I ever actually could say like, that's my girlfriend. Now, have I smashed white chicks? Of course. But as far as like actually saying, yo, this is my girl right here, yeah, only 1. So shout out to y'all. You know what I'm saying? White girls are cool. But there's been it's been very controversial in the news for white women. Shout out to Shannon Sharp. But hey, man, what about you, Al? Have you ever dated a white chick?
That's crazy. I've never actually like dated a white chick.
That's racist, bro. You're racist.
I might.
Why not? Why?
I'm really not trying to get me too'd.
They don't all Me Too you.
Only
like 90% of them do.
Yeah, I'm good on getting Me Too'd 15 years later. So that's really my reason. Is like 15 years from now.
Okay.
I'm in my 50s. I'm not trying to get Me Too'd then.
Bill Cosby'd.
Yeah, I didn't feel comfortable at that particular moment. I felt comfortable the entire time, but at that one particular moment, I didn't feel comfortable.
That's crazy.
But
I didn't feel comfortable 12 years ago, and then your whole life is ruined.
Yep.
Because she didn't feel comfortable 12 years ago.
Yep.
And even if they can't prove it, it still ruins your life. It still ruins your legacy and everything you've done.
That's whatever she says, man. Why shouldn't it be anywhere?
Women have too much power now. They're wielding too big of a sword. They gave them an Excalibur, which they should not have.
They said, the child said, Black women, Me Too people, example, R. Kelly. I mean, shit, if you're messing with 15-year-olds, you're on tape. You marry Aaliyah when she's like 16.
Yeah.
Like he married her, literally married her when she was 16. Yeah, I think that you kind of have it coming to you at that point, but typically, like, I don't know, typically 15 years later, a Black chick's not gonna come forward on a Black dude and get him hemmed up. Now, does it happen? Are there outliers?
Sure.
But shit, I mean, you got to take your chances somewhere, right? But I don't do it. It's not mainly because of that. Is I'm just more attracted to Black chicks, Spanish chicks, pretty much, other races more so. But yeah, I've never dated. No, I've never dated a white chick.
No. I've dated white chicks. White chicks are cool, man. I think that you know, I would date a white woman. Some of my best conversations have been with white women.
What?
Doesn't that sound crazy? I'm just being honest. White women and strippers.
Bro, I was about to say, Steve always says the best conversations I've had have been with strippers.
It's strippers, and then second it comes white women. I'm serious. This is honest to God facts. I'm speaking facts.
Strippers and white women. Okay.
And it's not that I want to get into like a deep conversation per se, but when I do, it's typically with white chicks and strippers. I don't know why. Okay. This is weird. But white women are cool, man. I just think you got to find the right person, the right one. And like I said, I prefer Black women. Like that's the top. You know what I mean? And I'm talking about Black women in every culture: Afro Brazilian, Afro Cuban, Afro this. I like my dark skins, my brown skins, and my light skins. Okay, I like it all. But you know, white women are dope. I do understand the whole Me Too thing. I was chilling with this one girl. She was a Latina girl, and she would say like she liked that kind of like the Shannon Sharp type of situation, like the choking and this and that. And I'm like, man, if I keep playing around with her like this, if she ever got mad at me, like especially on some of the texts, she could literally say, "Look, he said he would do this," right? Like, so I stopped. I was like, "Yeah, nah, we're not playing that on the text." Like, I did say a few things, but then I thought about it, and I'm just like, "What if this don't work out?" So it sucks as a guy. Like, a woman can kind of get you, you know, sexually get you to do things or say things, and then use it against you. And it don't even have to be sexually; it could be anything. So, you know, a lot of guys won't even go hard on chicks in the bed sometimes because they don't even really want any kind of outrageous. Yeah, it's the truth. So a lot of you ladies are effing up the sex with this whole Me Too stuff, because now guys are just like, man, I'm just going, not that you smashing like a little bitch, you know what I'm saying, all soft, but it's like you're not gonna go, you know, some of these girls like the extra crazy shit, and you can't do that because she could just say, oh, well, I didn't want him to do that, and it's a wrap.
So that was Kev B in the video, because he said in his 30s he was stationed in Germany. Was when I brought our countries together. Smashing all them chicks.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, there was this one white chick that I used to talk to, man, when we were working at Stage AE back in Pittsburgh. She was bad. She wasn't even like didn't have a body or nothing, but she just had these blue eyes. She was super pretty, and we had like a little connection, but I just never really went for it. And one of my first crushes in my whole life when I was like elementary school was a white girl. So I've always liked white girls too, but you know, like I said, most of all the girls out there have been black. So, but yeah, this dude is out here going crazy here in Florida, and what I'm thinking is every girl that he's doing this with, the 3 wives are white. He looked like a dude that like white girls. He looked like a dude that like white chicks. All right, let's play a little bit more, guys.
I met him on Match.com. We met in early November.
How soon did you marry Henry?
It was very short. It was very soon. It was within about 3 weeks span.
Henry was still married to
3 weeks.
Stupid Brandy, who married him in Manatee County that February. Brandy asked us not to show her face to protect her job.
I met him on a dating app. The first time I'd ever got on a dating app. He said all the right things.
When Brandy married Henry, he was still married to Tanya, who obtained a marriage license in Gadsden County in November 2020. Tanya asked us to blur her face because she's a domestic violence survivor.
You know, meeting him on a dating site and the way he portrayed himself, he sold the perfect person when in reality he was.
Why don't y'all all just stay married to him? Like,
my thing is, why is this nigga in jail for why? Like, why is he in jail for this?
Yeah.
Well, why do you get arrested? That's crazy.
Yes, you're right. But secondly, it's y'all all like him.
Yeah.
Just let him have 3 wives, damn it. Like, just let him do it. Y'all all like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know, like be sister wives or whatever they call that shit. Like, just let him just let it ride. You know what I'm saying? Because he said all the right things and he was just so charming. Okay, well, y'all all think he's charming.
Yeah.
All 3 of y'all share the damn man, damn it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what is with these women like that? But he should be mine. I should know. Okay.
Bro,
what are you gonna
like,
do? Like,
finessing women. You see that the AB shit, like they said he flew some chick to Dubai and said he was gonna take her on a shopping spree or some shit.
Yeah.
And then he smashed and then didn't take her shopping.
Yeah.
And she's trying to say X playing in the street.
Yep.
Whatever, however we can code word that.
Yeah, man. There was one I just watched from Kodak. Y'all see the Kodak one? Hold on, I'll play that real quick.
While you're pulling that up, Ozzy says, will men's tuition ever do a Euro step? Yes. I'd say more than likely next year at the latest. We got to hit Europe, man. We got to hit all them places. We might have to visit Steve's ex-girl. And Steve's ex-girl has like a family and a kid and stuff now, but I might get Steve to be a home wrecker and go visit her and kind of mess that up. So his ex-girl was super cool. She lived in Italy, like he said, and she came over and cooked lasagna and shit. And man, that shit was incredible. Real authentic Italian lasagna. And oh man. And then she had a lot of like very beautiful friends that she used to hang out with. So yeah, that's the type of now all of Steve's girls, like any girl he dated in the past, like they don't never have no friends, man. And I be getting pissed. I'm like, yo, you don't have no friends? And then like one of the girls I was dating didn't have any friends, and he said the same thing. I'm like, yo, what's up with y'all not having no good looking friends?
Yeah. All right, hold on. Let me play this real quick, chat. Check this out. Okay, I think I'm on the right part to see. I think this is Kodak.
Yeah, you can't come out that way.
Oh,
Come out. I get 300. Cuz, bro. I get $300, bro. For that bullshit. Bitch, y'all pull. I get $300. Like, alright, nigga, 300.
No, hold on. Is it at the beginning? Hold on, chat. Give me a second.
I should have told this bitch. You. So asshole. Oh, dog. I get 300. That was so can I get? I can get $300.
All right, I can't find a
Can you
specific
give me
part.
$300? Burger, ain't you finna go to In-N-Out Burger? Square asshole. I don't fuck you hoes, man. I don't want this. No games. Melly, hey, Melly. Hey, Melly. Yeah, man.
So there's a specific part, guys. I can't find it now. This is too long ago. I literally watched one where they cut it out. But basically, she goes, you flew me out, and you ain't give me no food. He's like, there's barbecue in the fridge. she goes, I don't want yesterday's barbecue. Like, I don't want no leftover barbecue. He's like, she was like, well, you need to know how to properly treat a woman. He said, I properly got you a flight. He said, I got you a properly flight. I got you a properly driver to take you to my place. She's like, I don't care. Every guy wants to fly me out and blah, 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 blah. So she basically, he flies her out. Don't give him no poom poom. And he basically like, man, I should have just told you you're coming over just to smash. Like, it's crazy, guys, because even these rappers have issues. And then she starts calling them broke. It's like, imagine like you fly a girl out, you fly her first class, you pay for her ride to your crib. She's at your crib in Miami. You have a mansion, whatever it is you got going on, and she still calls you broke. Like, it's like their default thing to say is that you're broke, and it's like Kodak is definitely not broke. It's like, but let me just call him broke. Let me just say he's broke because that's what I can default to make him look stupid. So, yeah, that whole exchange is crazy, but it just brings us to our point, guys, where yo. Okay, let me mute this. All right, chat. Sorry about that, chat. We'll come back in a second. My bad. So I was just saying that Kodak, is rich, guys, but she still calls him broke. They're still having issues and problems, right? Like, it's crazy. But yeah. So what we'll do, chat. Clay said 1, cutting out like crazy. We should be good now, guys.
He's saying we're back. I guess.
Cool. Thank you, Calais. Appreciate it.
Yep. Appreciate it.
We're gonna I'll restart this real quick. Actually, what I'll do is
yeah, we try to use Windows King H, and every time it fails. Unfortunately,
it don't fail every time.
All right, good 94.3% of the time Windows fails. But hey, man, I guess we'll keep trying to use Windows, and one day it'll work.
I mean, when we use Apple, it don't be working either. Be lagging. But yeah, guys, so 3 wives, guys. I mean, chat, let me know who wants to have multiple women. Like,
shout out to Cornell. He said when he's gonna have 2 wives in Brazil when he retires. Yeah, I'm having kids with multiple women, and especially now it's like I want to have firstly, I got to have me a son, right? And like, what if I have 2 daughters? If I have 2 daughters with the same woman, and then I go for a third one, and then I have a third daughter, and then I'm just outnumbered. I definitely want at least 1 daughter too, but I just don't want to be outnumbered in the house all the time with 3. I don't know. I would dread that. I feel like I would dread that.
Mm-hmm.
But if I had, another wife, I could give that a shot too. So, King H said, you got enough kids. Just say, well, King H, fuck those kids. I got to neglect those ones, be a deadbeat to those ones, and then have some more kids and then just raise them. That's the only right thing to do as a deadbeat.
All right, put yours down real quick. All All right, guys, put a 1 if you can hear us, guys. Put a 1 in the chat. A 1 in the chat if you guys can hear. I think we should be back on. Let me make sure. Yo. Let's test out a soundbite.
Some hawkers.
Okay. All right. Let us know.
Your children when you was living in Brazil.
In your girl's mouth, nigga.
All right. So I think we're back. All right. So yeah, man. So Kodak goes with this whole thing, gets into an argument with this girl that he flew out. You know, there's always going to be problems, man. It is what it is, even when you're rich and you're famous, right? But this guy right here, man, oh man, he has 3 wives, charmed them all. It reminds me of the Tinder swindler guy too. He was kind of like,
bro, every time a woman gets finessed, they just be trying to arrest the dude like it's a crime to lie.
Yeah.
And women be lying all the fucking time. So it's like, I don't know. I don't agree with. I mean, I think there's sometimes to sell a dream. I don't agree with with the methods of some people, the way they do it.
Yeah.
But I understand why they do it. I just don't. I couldn't do that myself.
Right.
When me and Steve were in college, guys, we had a roommate. There was this guy that we knew. Let's just say his name was.
Give him a name.
Let's just say his name was Jason, right? And Jason was a ladies' man. He was super ahead of the curve. His rizzing skills, his skills with ladies were a 12 out of 10. And this dude was the nicest dude that I've ever seen with women. And he would just get them over to our house and get them super comfortable. And, you know, it was a wrap. It was like they didn't stand a chance once they stepped foot in our house. We had one of the nicest houses, like we lived in a townhouse, and this townhouse had like these spirally steps. We used to throw house parties there. And once you got the girls over there, I mean, it was a wrap after that. Gets him down to his room. His room's decked out. His parents were like super rich. And so he used to just tell these girls he was their boyfriend, and then like dump them as soon as he smashed, or like he'd hit a couple times, get bored, and then just dump them. And he ran through like hundreds, if not thousands, of chicks throughout a 4-year period, just slaying them. It got to the point, guys, where there was this program that was for freshmen, and they would allow the freshmen to come to campus a week early before everybody got there, and you know, see the campus and understand everything and find out where all their classes are. And so what he did was he became like a volunteer to like show the freshmen around on campus in that program.
Smart man.
And then he'd redshirt them before anybody else got it. Everybody else would come to campus that following week, and he'd already have them redshirted, whoever he wants, and then probably already started smashing. And then like he has first dibs on every single chick, and he would just run through them. So eventually he ended up messing with this one chick. She was from Philly. She was a black chick too. And he did that shit with her. And man, she went ape shit on him. Like she broke into our place. She was cool with me and Steve. She had guys break into our place when we were home for Thanksgiving break. They kicked our door open. They walked past all of mine and Steve. We had all this equipment, DJ equipment, things like that, because we're throwing parties. Walked past all that shit, went straight to his room, stole his Xbox, stole all this shit, and dipped out, and you know, didn't touch any of our stuff. So he was pissed after that. But yeah, it was crazy. It was crazy.
Basically, guys,
The more around, the more you're gonna find out.
You fuck around, get smoked.
Yeah, man. So it happens, man. It happens, and depending on what kind of woman you're dealing with, you know, let's talk about this guy. Like one of these women, right? He's got 3 white women, right? 3 women that he's trying to juggle around. He's married. you don't know how mad these chicks are gonna get, bro. You don't know how pissed off they're gonna get. You don't know what's gonna happen if they try to get you back, right? So he's in jail, right? But the laws and the rules are always against us as men, and we have to be very careful about what we're doing, especially here in the United States. It's just, the odds are against you. You know what I mean?
He should have been a passport bro doing this shit overseas.
Yeah, he'd have got away
with it. He shouldn't have legally got married. Like that was just dumb legally getting married, because then they can legally, they're gonna just run him through the ringer. They're gonna take alimony.
Yeah, it's a wrap.
They're gonna just screw him over as far as his finances.
It's a wrap. It's a wrap. And I bet you he's probably not broke. He's probably doing pretty well for himself. He looks like he's probably in his late 40s, 50s. So let's play a little more
of those things.
Mr. Betsy, raise your right hand. You solemnly swear for any testimony you giving just the whole truth and nothing but the truth. Yes, sir.
Michelle gave us cell phone videos of court hearings. Henry Betsy Jr. was arrested for felony bigamy last year after Tanya figured out she wasn't his only wife.
I just started county by county putting his name in, and that's when I came up with the marriage to Michelle and the marriage to Brandy.
She found me and she messaged me, and I had no idea that she was actually still married to him.
I'm just looking because it's so bizarre we never get discharged.
The wives say marrying Henry was easy.
You go to the records division, you apply for a marriage license, they take your information, they take a copy of your photo ID, and we got married right there at the courthouse. No questions asked. There was nothing that was flagged in the system for him having already 2 prior open marriage licenses.
I did the paperwork and got married all within 15 minutes.
In Pinellas County, 2,000 people get married at courthouses each year. There is a 72-hour waiting period for Florida residents, but that can be waived by a judge, and there is no required wait for people from other states. Pinellas County clerk.
What benefit of him getting married to them, though? I don't understand why he would do it. Like, what's the? It's not like he's marrying like super rich women, or I don't understand. Like, why would he do that? Is he just trying to like? They trying to piss away money or bomb them, as they call it. Like, I don't get, like, I guess if a woman's super desperate and you're like, I'll marry you, and she's like, okay, and like, but like, what do you get out of like? I don't know. I just think that it's kind of
that's
pointless. It's pointless. He didn't have to marry any of the other women. He could have 3 girlfriends, 3 side chicks,
which is what most people do.
2 side chicks. Yeah. So I don't get it. And he could have just went from county to county. I'm at work, whatever. Like, if you're gonna do that, I mean, you could have probably got away with at least 2 of the women. But
this is why you don't get married in the United States at all. To be honest, like, it's just, it doesn't really make sense for the man's point of view. In a lot of states, if you're married and you cheat on your wife, it's a crime. Like, you can get a misdemeanor in certain states for cheating on your wife. There was Steve Smith from the Panthers.
Carolina Panthers?
Yeah, one of the GOATs, one of my all-time favorite football players. Even though he played for the Ravens, he was smashing some dude's wife in North Carolina, and he knew she was married, and he still was smashing her. And it ended up coming out, like, the text messages to him.
Oh, wow.
And then there's a law that says, it's like a homewrecker law. It says if you break up somebody's marriage due to smashing their wife, like, you get in trouble. And this dude's suing him for like all this money now for ruining his marriage. And, so it's crazy.
Man. Yeah, guys, the odds are against us. And there's no fault on the woman, right? On her side.
Well, in this case, he's going to be able to divorce her. And then he also is going to get paid from Steve Smith.
Right, but she doesn't have to do anything. She just loses the relationship.
Yeah,
she doesn't have to pay him anything. She doesn't get fined.
He might be able to get like alimony. I mean, something like that. He might be able to get alimony.
Okay.
They might take his side since he has crazy proof.
Right.
But
yeah, guys, don't smash. Don't smash women that have husbands. It's typically not really a good thing. I've done it before, and I wouldn't recommend it. I think it's just. You're just asking for problems. Also, don't smash girls and they got a freaking boyfriend. To be honest, like, if and she's just like, oh, I have a boy. Like, be very careful, tread very lightly with that kind of stuff, because again, you don't know how some of these guys are gonna react, and a lot of guys are super emotional, and they'll delete you, delete her, delete it themselves. Like, it's not really worth it in most cases. a lot of these chicks, they travel, they go on these trips, they're smashing different dudes in different countries and even cities here in the United States. They're going to Jamaica. We talk about that. Maybe you can get away with it then, but again, I would just be very, very careful with these women. Now, if they don't say anything about it, then there's really nothing you can do. You didn't know, but like willingly going after women that have situations, it's not cool. I had a friend here in Miami who used to be like, I could sniff it on them when they had a boyfriend. He like enjoyed smashing chicks like that had. That's you? Yeah. Okay. I was trying to say I had a boy. You just told on yourself. That was Al, guys. All right, this guy right here. Let's put him on the big screen.
Oh, man, I'm ruthless sometimes when it comes to that. Like sometimes.
Yeah, but why? But husbands?
Sometimes it's just like, honestly, don't give a fuck about your relationship. Like, you're bad. I mean, I only holler at bad chicks, so I don't really, you know, if you're bad, I think you're like, you know, crazy good looking, then I don't, you know.
All right, well,
honestly, don't care.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's, you know, I think you're playing with fire.
I try not to do it. I try not to do it too often, but there's some cases where it's like, yo, you're crazy bad.
Just understand, guys, that
you're playing with fire though.
Yeah.
Some dude could pull up, you know, some dude could pull up. You are going to do that. You got to be super smart about it. But
yeah, I also think it's not the smartest thing to do.
Nah,
but if you're doing it, you just got to have a certain, there's a certain way you do it. But again, guys, we're going to give you the advice of just not doing it. Okay.
Kids don't try it at home.
Yeah. Do we want to play any more of this? Or
nah.
Okay. All right, guys. So that's pretty much that story.
Do you think that he should have became a passport bro?
This guy? Yeah, I think he should have became a passport bro. I think pulling this off in Mexico or Colombia or, you know, any of these other places that we travel to, it would be easier to pull it off. And the women may not even care because look, if you're taking business, then they may be like, whatever. I mean, again, guys, no woman likes to be cheated on in any culture.
I'm not telling
Japan, Philippines, fucking Bali, India, you pick it, fucking Kazakhstan. No woman wants that. You know what I mean? Speaking of cheating, and women cheating, what's his name? Kevin Gates recently got married to Brittany Renner.
Man,
okay, one of the biggest thoughts in the world. And Brittany Renner is now Muslim, and she put out a video recently saying, like, I know that in my Muslim faith now that a guy can have 7 wives, but I'm not trying to do that or whatever. She still wants to be the only one. If Kevin Gates decided he wanted to have multiple wives, technically she'd have to just submit and do what he says. That's at least what what their faith says to do. But, you know, this is another situation where, you know, women are just kind of, they can flip-flop and do whatever they want. And, you know, if you became a passport bro, you wouldn't have to deal with that. If you lived in a country that's like more Muslim, you wouldn't have to deal with this. It's only in America where you'll have a Muslim wife. Well, she kind of turned Muslim, but let's just say she wasn't Brittany Renner, where they're literally complaining about something that if you were over in one of those countries, they wouldn't really have a say-so in, and you could pretty much do what you want. So
that's why you go to one of those countries and get them.
Not
take Brittany Renner. Fucking got kids, got fucking ran through by all these rappers, and then you're gonna marry her.
That's crazy.
Like that's your wife.
Yeah.
She got ran through like Colin Kaepernick and a bunch of rappers, Trey Songz, all of the above, and you're gonna.
Yeah.
That's the one that you choose to make your wife. She got all these videos damn near naked on the internet. Like that's your wife.
Her idol was Tiana Trump, which is one of the biggest corn stars, slurs of our time. She did videos with Tiana Trump and, you know, damn near was about to do a shoot with her. So yeah, I mean, Brittany was super lost. Shout out to her for finding faith, but still, you can't just hit the reset button and just, you know, win. But apparently you can. I guess she's winning. But
for now, I give that like 2 years.
Yeah.
2 years max.
Yeah. So if I were her, which I would never be her, but if someone else were her, she just needs to chill and just stick to this Muslim thing, and whatever Kevin does, and she just accepts it and takes it. She's had her fun. I say this to a lot of women, especially a lot of women who are very promiscuous. You've had your fun. Like you smashed a lot of dudes. You've been with Trey Songz. You've been with this rapper. You've been with this football player. You got a basketball player to get you pregnant. Now you have a kid by him, and then you still get saved by Kevin Gates. In my opinion, just chill out, play the field. Whatever happens, happens. He cheats on you. He with a stripper, as long as, like I said, it's not nothing super, 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 super crazy. Because for Brittany, you got to say super, super, super crazy because she's already been through it. She just needs to be happy with Kevin Gates. Okay. These women, I had a female that I was chilling with a few weeks ago. And I think I told y'all this, but I'll say it one more time. I asked her, I said, if a woman gets married to a man, is she obligated to tell that man her body count? You know, how many men she slept with. She doesn't have to be graphic per se, but like she needs to, you know, say, look, I've had one night stands. I've done this. I've done that. I've had STDs. I've had abortions. Should she tell her husband? You guys let me know in the chat. If you're getting married to a woman, do you want to know all the things that she's done that have potentially messed up her mind, messed up her sexuality, and kind of, you know, made her body count rise, right? Or do you not care, right? Do you not care? Are you one of those guys?
Nobody cares, nigga.
We do not care. I don't care what she did about before, you know, with some guy before me. I don't care if she's got abortions. I don't care. As long as it's an STD she got rid of, I don't care. I don't care. Are you one of those guys? I'm one of those guys. If I take a female serious, like to the point where we're going to actually like marry, I don't ask, like, this is when the red pill space got popular, guys. It was, what's your body count? What's your body count? I'm not going around asking girls what their body count is, right? But yeah, if she, especially if she's claiming to be pure, right? She's telling you, no, I don't be doing it. I don't be around. Okay. Right. So I think that, you know, you are cheating on me if you are lying to me about that. If I'm asking you and you're just telling me, nah, it's only been 2 guys, but it's been 20. Like, there's a huge difference there. It's not like it's 2 and it was 5 or 8. You're saying it's been 2 or 3 and it's been 20, 30 or 40 guys, right? One of the breakups that I had, guys, that I had with a girl was because I found her body count list. Some girls keep a list, or on their period calendars, right? We were doing a stream the other day and what's his name was asking girls to bring up their period calendars because women will put how much sex they've had to keep track of the guys, just so they know which guy got them pregnant if they get pregnant. So a lot of times girls do keep track of their period count, or their body count, not necessarily the guy's name. This girl was dumb enough to write down each guy's name, but some girls will at least put like a check or a fucking, what's it, squash emoji on each time she's had sex with a guy. So I think that if you're dating,
whose thing were we watching when that happened?
When what?
That who's trying to think who had that on their. We're watching some on YouTube.
Yeah, I can't. Yeah, I don't remember exactly, but yeah, you're right. So yeah, guys. So dating overseas, he could have pulled that off better. Speaking of dating overseas, shout out to Barber World Zoe. He did a video. We'll play just a couple seconds of this, entitled "How Far Can $100 Go on a Date in Lima, Peru?" And he has a beautiful woman next to him here. Let's just play a little bit of this. Shout out to Zoe, always coming through with the baddies. Let's see what happened here.
York.
Zoe with that laugh.
You like the camera?
I love the camera.
Oh, perfect. We're going to make a movie. Okay, I'm here in Lima. I'm going out, meeting with a young lady named Sandra. I'm not sure I'll be able to film, but yeah, I'm out again. I like how they made this little in honor of someone.
I actually think that the like only cute girls go there.
Okay. Only cute girls go there, huh? Somebody just told me about that bar too. They were like, "Oh man, I had a good time. The best looking girls were there."
Man being man.
Yeah, what else are you gonna say? The drinks were great.
Yeah, they can say that.
I know, but you know, they come on now.
Is that the $100?
You said, is this the $100?
He made a video recently on.
This is it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't go for girls. Yeah, I say good looking guys there too, right?
And guys, that's at the mall at Miraflores.
Miraflores, yeah.
The mall got a dope mall over there. I go over there too. It's lit. He's staying over there where I stayed too this time. He was in he was at I think it's Miraflores. Can't remember the name of the mall, but there's a mall over there. Yeah.
It looked like a little fast food spot.
Yeah, they got
Shout
the fast food spots. They got some restaurants. The restaurants are flames.
Okay, so this is part of the $100, guys. He's buying her whatever this is. She's cute. I can't see her body, but she's cute. Little older, looks like, chat. But Zoe's in his 50s. She's probably in her 30s, maybe mid to late 30s. Still pretty. She speaks English, so which is good for him. He doesn't really have to sit there and speak Spanish the whole date, and she can help him out and translate. Let's see if he. Let's
That's it.
Let's do it.
¿Cuántos son los minutos de trailer?
15 minutos.
Yeah, we always have enough time. They be showing so much previews.
Oh, they're going to the movies.
Let's see.
¿Cuál es que sale, disculpa? Yeah, gracias.
Napkins.
That movie date probably like $5.
Yeah, this is low cost.
Need the ticket. Hold on.
So get the booty. There we go. Gotta get the booty, dog. Lady, by the way, if we have a camera and you're walking in front of us, 9 out of 9, we're gonna film your ass. It just is what it is. We can't help it. I've realized that as men, we just cannot help but to film you. I mean, when we're filming, to film your ass. It just is what it is. I remember one time I was watching DJ Khaled, and he's literally filming his wife's ass. And it's like, dude, that's your wife. We don't want to see your wife's ass. Well, you shouldn't want everyone to see your wife's ass, but he couldn't help it. She's walking, and he just goes, and he looks down at her ass with the camera. So it just is what it is. It's just us being us. It is, we can't help it. It's nature. But she looks really cute. Very pretty girl. Shout out to Zoe. He definitely keeps the women on the stream and on the content that he puts out, and it's dope. It's dope. And to find a Peruvian woman who speaks perfect English is also really dope, because it changes the date when you know the language. Now, if you don't know the language, we have a video that Al just put up called learning how to riz baddies and pull baddies without knowing a lick of the language, without knowing a lick of Portuguese, which you guys should check out on our Patreon. But in this case, she speaks some English.
Yeah.
All right. So that's all I wanted to show, guys. Just really wanted to, we kind of segued into dating overseas and women overseas. And not to say there's not going to be any problems, not to say that she's not going to have an attitude sometimes or get mad, or you can have 3 wives and she's going to be okay with it. But there's a different level of dealing with women, and it's low cost, right? So he put it right here, $103 or whatever it is on the screen. He's putting the prices for things that he's paying. And let's say things do go south. Well, at least you only paid, whatever, $20 or $30 for both of you. So a lot of women don't understand that we're putting out all this money and just to get played. Okay, well, at least she played me. Okay, cool. Well, at least I didn't also overextend myself. So when you are dating here in the US, do not overextend yourself on the first, I would say 2 dates or even 3 dates. Do something cool, a movie, a coffee, ice cream. You can go get to a happy hour, something like that. Don't overextend and take some girl to fucking Nobu or some expensive restaurant, even when you're overseas. Al has some great places in Brazil. We'll put some of those in the breakdown when we do the Brazil breakdown. But, shout out to Zoe, man.
Yeah. Also, a lot of people don't know, but the movies are actually, they think that the movies are a terrible date spot. But if you know how to do it right, the movies are actually a dub. Well, they can be a dub if you know what you're doing. They got them ones with the with like the lay down seats, and then they got like kind of the two together, so you get those. You get a blanket, you chill, watch a movie. It's not great for a first date. I wouldn't recommend it for a first date, but like on a second date, it's definitely it could be a fire spot if you do it right.
100%.
And I typically eat before we go to the movies, get a couple drinks before the movies, and then just go to the movies.
Ozzy, I don't think
you can hit it on a Tuesday or something like that.
You said
movies going up on a Tuesday.
Going up on a Tuesday.
Go on a bullshit day where the tickets are cheap.
Ozzy, I don't think she was in her mid-20s. I think she was a little older than that.
Yeah, she looked 30s, probably mid-30s.
Yeah, 33, 34. She wasn't 20 in her 20s. Nah, give her older. Give her older.
Poor City said, "Do what?" We were talking about don't date girls that have a boyfriend if you can help it.
Or
kids
husband.
don't try, or husband.
Especially
kids don't try that shit at home.
Yeah. All right. Now there's the real question. If she asked you about your body count, would you tell her the truth? Sure, I would. I have no problem because a man's sexuality and how many women he slept with is different from how many women or how many men she has slept with. So if a woman truly asked me how many women I slept with, I would be truthful. I would probably just give her above this number, above 50 or whatever it would be, right? I don't even know how many women I've slept with, to be honest. I think women tend to know how many men they've slept with. And men tend to not know if they are pretty good at getting laid. They don't know every woman they've slept with. If you meet a woman that doesn't know how many men she slept with, that's of course a red flag. She should know how many men she slept with, of course. So, but yeah, I don't think that there's any problem with that if that's a question that comes up, but I don't think women really care about that. I think that if she asked me that question, Lux Travel, she's only asking me that question to be a smartass. She's not asking me because she genuinely wants to know. She's asking me because I asked her about the men that she's been with. And I think that, remember guys, it's more important to know about the men she's been with, especially if you're in the vicinity of the men she's been with. For example, the ex that I'm talking about that I found her body count list, we're going out to clubs. We're going to places where these guys are, right? One time there was a guy that she had slept with that was there. We're walking. She goes, "Oh, let's go that way." I'm like, what are you talking about? No, let's go this way. Like, what are you talking about? We're going this way. I want to go this way. You're with me. You're my girl. Let's go this way. Oh no, because I just feel sick of it. Turns out there's a guy that she was with previous to me, maybe in fucking while she was with me, who knows, right? That she didn't want to be around him because she had slept with him and they had some sort of relationship. I don't know what their relationship was. Women don't typically have to worry about, a woman coming at the guy, especially if the relationship is over. Now, if he's cheating, it's one thing, maybe a fight or something can break out. But men, right, we fight, we shoot. There's potential to get knocked out, to get hurt really badly. Again, you don't know how emotional this guy is. So if he sees you with her, there could be potentially be a problem. And now it's going to lead to escalation and fighting or issues. So I think it's important, especially again, if you're around a lot of these guys, to just know, right? You should know as a guy. And women also, they try to give off purity. I'm this, I'm that. Again, she's lying. I've only had sex with 3 guys. The last year I've been celibate. She's giving you all this stuff. And then you're asking simple questions that she could just be truthful with or about. And then you found out later she's fucking the whole town in Miami, right? Is that a girl you want to take serious? No, I think that's cheating. I think that women should be, again, if it's going into marriage or a serious relationship and the guy cares and he asks, she should be truthful. But I will tell you guys, most women will not. They will never tell you the truth about their sexcapades. They'll never tell you how many penises they've sucked. What reason do they have to tell you? But that's why my problem is, okay, you don't tell me, whatever. Then stop asking me what bitches I'm sleeping with. Stop worrying about if I'm cheating on you. You've already started lying to me already, but you're mad that I might have a side bitch or that I might went to a strip club. Just leave me alone. The problem with women is they don't see what they're doing wrong. They only point at you. Meanwhile, like I said, she's had 3 abortions, STDs, all this crazy shit. Been on the yacht getting, you know, trains ran on her, all this nasty stuff she's done. And then she's mad that you cheated on her. It's just like, but bitch, you right? Like, that's my issue. It's just like, shut up. So that's what I'm saying about Brittany Renner. Brittany Renner has had her fun. She fucked a lot of football players or whatever she's done, all these people she put in her book. So if Kevin Gates does something wrong, let it go, is what I'm saying. Just leave him alone because you're not perfect. And you've done a bunch of things, right? You've done a bunch of things wrong, and you're not perfect. Okay? All I'm saying. Yo, what up, Jerry's turn? What's good? What's good?
That's Rello.
Oh, Rello, what's up, man? Rello in the motherfucking building.
Anybody touch me, it's up.
Anybody touch me, this bitch is up.
Oh, it's a crash out.
Shout out to Rello, man. Rello in the building.
As far as my answer, man, you got to learn to keep it P with these females, man. You got to keep it P. You can't just be going around answering all the questions that they ask.
Mm-hmm.
You got to learn Riz. You got to learn how game works. Like, I'm not finna to talk about that. Like, but there's a player way to tell her that, and then that gets her curiosity up. So yeah, you don't just go around answering every question.
If you
ask her body count and she tells you, and then she right then is gonna ask you yours or whatever. And learn game, learn Riz, learn how to keep that shit P. Because firstly, it's a question that doesn't even matter. She doesn't even care. So yeah, I'm not getting into that. Yeah.
All right, what about this question? What if she asked you if you ever with a prostitute or a stripper?
Keep that shit P.
What would you say?
Keep it P.
That's what you.
Maybe we'll talk about.
Hey, honey.
Maybe we'll talk about that shit on Saturday. We'll talk about that shit on Saturday. Like how to go about stuff like that. Like if they ask you little questions like that.
Honey, have you ever slept with a hooker? And you go,
some hookers,
bruh. I literally whenever I literally had that with the chick that I'm in the video on the date with. Like, you know, she was asking me these types of questions.
Mm-hmm. Type shit.
But yeah, she was more turned on that I wouldn't answer them. She sent me some provocative pictures, but then she wanted me to send them back, and I didn't. And then that turned her on even more, because then it was like a curiosity factor. Yeah. However, she wasn't disappointed whenever. Yeah. You know, in person.
I'm gonna keep it P with y'all. Look, if a girl asks, did I ever sleep with strippers? I always would say no. All right. But then I would invite her to the strip club after. Like, no, come on with me. We'll throw money on the ass together. And she'll always be wondering, you fucked her before, right? It's the curiosity is what makes it better. You know, even if she knows you're lying, like you could say no and kind of laugh.
Yeah.
And even that, she'll be like, that would be funny to her because she's like, this motherfucker's lying. I know he is. But like, yeah, there's ways to keep it P. And I've brought girls to strip clubs around strippers I fucked. And like the girl either was turned on or intrigued by it. So there's always a way to do it. But again, like Al said, they're not going to necessarily cancel you out because I've dated girls and they're like, you're at a strip, like they know I work at the strip club and I'm around tits and ass all day. They know it, right? And they're, you know, and a lot of guys in the strip clubs, they have wives. They have wives and kids. They're banging some of the strippers, but their wives are just like, whatever. Like if he does it, whatever. But there's just a certain way to go about it that you can not, the woman won't get all pissed off at you. But yeah, we can talk about it on Saturday more, guys. I think that is a good topic. And that's a great question, Golden Child. So what would you guys do if a girl asked you, have you been to, I've had girls, I've seen your videos. I know you go to Colombia. Bro, right now there's a girl probably watching. They watch the show. They're watching right now. You're talking about big booty Latinas. I have girls that literally, when I go out with them on dates, like I don't hide them intuition all the time. Like some of them just know I do a show. And then I go live on my Instagram. So they come into the thing and they see the topic and the subject matter. So it kind of is what it is.
Yeah. That niggas be in the interrogation room on First 48. They give you some KFC and you snitching. We ain't snitching over here.
Exactly. All right, guys, we have a couple more quick topics that I want to go over. Let's talk about fundraising. Okay. Let's talk about fundraising, and this will segue into the video we're going to watch a little bit of from you know who. We won't say his name just yet, but he dropped a new video about Colombia. All right, and we're going to kind of just talk about it for a little bit. I think it'd be something that we can bring up and have a discussion about.
Colombia.
I mean, the perfect person's here. we might have to have Jay's turn come to the panel.
Yeah, well, let's talk about it first, and then we'll see if Rella wants to come up. But I wanna sort of segue into it, and then Rello, if you are available, I will text you the link to jump on the panel, because I do want to know what your opinion is. But before we do that, I'll say this, chat. A lot of creators have been talking shit on this whole fundraising thing, the fundies. And I'm seeing more and more creators doing fundies, even people who hated on the fundies. They hated on Rello. They're supporting other content creators that are doing fundraising. Their whole spiel is to do fundraising. Okay. Now, I don't know if Rello was the first one to ever do a fundie. I'm sure other content creators have done fundraisers for trips or whatever it is, but he certainly popularized it, and he certainly has probably raised the most money in the travel space. $8,000 on his Thailand trip. Guys, $8,000 is a lot of money to raise in a week or two. That's a lot of money.
I don't know any other creators that could raise that type of money.
No.
So that's wild.
That's huge.
Yeah. That's
a huge deal to be able to raise that kind of figure, right? That's four figures, right? So I'm watching more and more creators who I've seen either pull themselves away from that fundraising thing or kind of talk a little bit of crap on it, saying that I don't need to do this, I don't need to do that. It doesn't matter what you need or don't need to do. Your people are they fuck with your content and they want to see you go somewhere or see you create some sort of type of content. If they're willing to pay for it, what's the problem? What's the issue? And I keep asking people this and no one has an answer. It's this, I got my own money. It's like I can do it on my own. Everybody is in this shit to make money. Everybody is in the streaming shit for money, maybe some fame and some clout, but also they want to make money off of doing something that they love to do. iShowSpeed is making money.
I mean, YouTube is a shit ton of work, and most people don't understand how much work it actually entails. So it's like, all right, I've put in like 40 hours a week and I'm not getting paid. I'm not making money unless you're a Don Banks in the travel space. Keese, I'm sure Keese makes money. Keese has, a lot of subs and knows how to hit the algorithm a certain way with his videos. There's only a few people that are getting paid by YouTube. I was talking to one of our supporters today about this. There's only a few people in the space getting paid by YouTube for the content. So all those people that talk shit on us about our views and they post a video with 20,000 views. Okay, cool. How much money did you make from that video? You didn't make anything.
Facts.
So that's my whole thing. And a lot of people are buying they got bots and shit. They got 20,000 views and 9 comments or and 50 likes. So whether they have bots or not, how does that add to your channel? How you're not making any money. You're not really getting anybody watching your content for real. They're hopping on because you've either bought bots or you found a way to manipulate it so that that vertical streaming shit, a lot of people do that and that gets you more views. But I'm like, I'm not going to sacrifice the quality of the live stream to get 10,000 views, not make any money off of it. And then, there's no point. There's really no point. It's a shittier quality. So so yeah, it's really, there's only a few people making money off of their videos, off of their work from YouTube, getting paid from YouTube. Even though they're monetized, they're getting paid. And people are working like crazy on these channels. It's like, okay, well, there's got to be some sort of incentive to work super hard on these channels, you know? So a lot of people were talking shit at the beginning when other content creators did it. They don't associate with these content creators, and then they talk shit on the fundraising part. Oh, I'm not fundraiser, I'm not this, I'm not that. And then they turn around and do it.
Right. Yeah. And chat, what do you think about that? That flip-flopping, that, oh, I don't do fundraisers, y'all are broke, y'all ain't got no money, and then you're donating to the people that are doing it, or you're the one that is doing the fundraiser, right? Or saying I don't have to do fundraisers and then doing them. You're not necessarily saying you disagree with them, but you're trying to act like, well, I got it, so I don't need it. But you know, and you're kind of, like I said, you're kind of being kind of joking about it, like it's not, like it's for the, that's for those guys. I don't need to do that kind of stuff.
But then you're out at clubs and, yo, cash at me this much on a bottle. Cash at me this much to continue going live. I'm not doing a fundraiser. I'm doing this is a supporter. If anybody wants to support me. I don't understand it. I don't understand it.
Speaking of Cash App me, we did get a Cash App from shout out to Ralph Farias. He comes in with the $4.69. Yes,
probably
sir.
A conversion.
Oh yeah. Thank you so much, man. Appreciate it. We'll just say $5, man.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. We appreciate it.
Check and get it right back.
From OMG Espresso. Thank you, man.
Appreciate it, man.
Yeah, man. Thank you for the $5 Cash App, guys. Cash Apps are better because they go directly to our account. So thank you so much for the support and the love, brother. Yeah. So yeah, you're right. So let's just, bring up real quick, because shout out to Pob. Okay.
I will tell you this, Pob. How can I put you above Mentuition? Where you been this year? I know where they been. You ain't been nowhere yet.
God did.
Shout out to Pob. Okay. Is this the?
What you like about what Intuition did?
Gotta play that one.
I'll tell you. And with the same thing I told them, they're moving around at a high rate.
Damn right.
Even though they may not have the views, their name ring bells in the space.
Shout out to Banks, our #1 hater, for giving us that sound. Banks, even though we don't really get along, we appreciate that, man. That's one of our goated sound bites. Okay, so Pob, shout out to Pob. Pob is in Asia right now doing his thing. He's in Seoul. I think it's his last day in Seoul, South Korea. He's been moving and shaking and doing his thing. Where is it at? Where are you at, Pob? Here's Pob. Okay, so Pob did a Asian tour funding. All right, funding, and we won't play the whole thing. We're just gonna really just tap in. I think Rello even joined this panel. Shout out to Rello.
On my mom.
I get the on my mom as soon as I unmute it. So Pob raised $456, maybe even more.
On multiple. This was like, he's done multiple over there.
Yeah. So Pob was one of the ones, he wasn't against fundies. He was one of the ones, that was kind of like, I don't need to do this. I don't need to do that, gang. Like on folk and them on bro. He's 63rd. With the Chicago slang, but basically saying like, I don't need to do this, but it sure does help, Bob, right? It sure does help to have $456. You're trying to do an $1,000 goal. You pretty much got halfway there on this live, and I'm sure you'll probably get there on the next live. That means that people support you. They fuck with you. There's nothing wrong with this.
And he raised money before this trip too.
Before, like he did a fundy before.
Yeah. I think he raised 2,000.
Yeah. So he's currently there. He raised 2,000 or whatever he raised before. And now he's there. He's trying to raise another 1,000. So what's wrong with this, chat? does this mean we're broke boys?
Not enough of broke boys. I can't talk to broke boys.
Rello, I'm gonna send you the link real quick, bro. If you're still in here, I will send you the link, and you can certainly pull up because we love to get your weigh in on this. We've had people now do websites where they're doing fundraising on their websites.
I don't mind, like I said, I don't mind any of the stuff, but the problem is you're talking shit on it. Or you're saying you don't do this way. That's beneath you. These people are beneath you, and then you go and do it. Right. That's what I don't understand.
Yeah. Someone said, "Who's Pop?" Exactly. No, I'm just playing. No, Pop is a content creator. When we were doing the top 10 lists of who's kind of the hottest right now, his name came up a few times. He got frustrated because we were getting put above him as content creators, which I don't think was the wrong, placement. Like I feel like, and not even feel like, I know that we put in a lot of work here at Mentuition. We're definitely, our name definitely rings bells, and we've definitely been putting out some dope ass content from all these different countries we've been traveling to. Whether he was saying, oh, y'all only go live and you're a live streaming channel. I said, no, man, we've put out a lot of different content, and we know how to edit, and we can do everything that you can do and do it even better, Pop. But we were basically just telling him, like, look, like, we respect what you do. We've seen your stuff before, but nobody really does it like us. And we kind of got into a back and forth, and he kept coming on the panels, kind of like trying to downplay what we've done, like trying to say, oh, all that's in the past. Your 20,000 subs got banned, and all this dumb stuff. Where it's like, but you put out content, once
6
every
years.
Yeah, like your stuff is in the past. The content that you're putting out today is from 6 months ago, 7 months ago, 2 years ago, whatever it is. And so it wasn't like a beef per se. We're not like beefing with him or anything, but it's just more like competition. He thinks like he's competing with us, and we're in our own lane, man. We're doing our thing. So and Pop's doing his thing. So again, shout out to him and his trip. Shout out to his fundy. But that's basically the gist of the whole thing. All right, Rello, I'm gonna send you this real quick. If you want to pop in, you certainly can. And Rello just did a live yesterday as well, and he's going to be doing a fundy for Kenya. Or no, is he going to Kenya or Nigeria? Kenya. He's going to Kenya, and he's linking up with Austin Holloman, which is going to be interesting.
Rello and Austin Holloman.
That's going to be funny. Not because Austin Holloman's funny, but because Rello's funny. But yeah, chat, what do y'all think about that? What do y'all think of the new fundraising craze that's going on in the space? Are you one of those people that think that, I mean, a lot of y'all have donated to us, and we've told y'all we're doing a fundraiser to go here, and
I mean, we've been honest about it from the whole time, and our stance hasn't really changed.
Yeah.
We even when Rello was just doing it before we started doing it, we were like, yo, I understand why Rello does it. If people are going to donate to his cause, then what's wrong with it? And we've always had that stance on it. But a lot of people, like I said, were calling Rello Dusty and all this stuff, and
then they want to do a fundraiser.
Then they want to do a fundraiser, or people just acting like it's beneath them. Then they want to do a fundraiser, or you got people like Gans that talk shit on Rello, and say all this stuff, and then on New York's panel, like I don't understand it. Just I don't get why people in the travel space just spend their whole time just capping. I don't.
All right, guys, Rello is in the building, man. Shout out to Rello.
I'll flip people for less than that. You hear me? Less.
What up?
If anybody touch me is up. I need that.
Anybody touch me? So we gotta play that. We get here.
Anybody touch me, this bitch is up.
Oh, it's a crash out.
Shout out to Rello, man. Rello, tell your bitch I said hello. What's good, man?
What the hell? What's going on, Mentuition? It's your boy Jay Rello.
Brother, what's good? What's good? How you been, man?
I'm good, man. I was just doing some
remodeling on my other channel and stuff. I'm in a good spot right now, man. It's just I'm so man. Yeah, I don't even know like the
Remodeling.
place. I mean, you know, my other channel, Rello channel, I'm remodeling it and I'm taking it up to get monetized. So
Oh yeah. Okay.
yeah, so I'm kind of like redoing a bunch of stuff, like just getting it all together, man. I'm really actually so happy right now because I finally see I see the path to where I'm trying to go with this YouTube stuff. So I'm finally motivated, I believe. And I'm just in a good place right now. I ain't gonna lie, for sure. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna lie.
Shout out to Rello, man. So we're talking about the fundies, right? You've got a lot of flack from doing fundies, of course. Everyone talking ish. We've
He
had
said
people,
if you do fundies or if you send another person money,
another man
money,
not a person, man. It's got to be man.
That dude takes pipe and all this crazy wild shit. Everybody was laughing about it over the summer. It's not gonna be me. I'd never do that.
And here we are.
You got everybody doing it, man.
Fundy extravaganza. There's a fundy going on every day in the travel space. So what do you think about that, Rello? A lot of people maybe is Rello kind of the head of the curve? He knew what it was, or were you just doing your own thing? Did you expect other people to try to like take the idea, or you were just doing you?
I mean, I was just doing me. I mean, obviously, if you can't pay for it yourself, I mean, your next inclination is like try to see if the people who watch you will be willing to donate to get to the trip. It just was just the next logical thinking. Wasn't reinventing the wheel when I came up with the fundraiser for it, but it just to see what it's evolved into now. I'm just like really touched and humbled that so many people have been able to use a method that I basically pioneered in a way, to actually make because I'm all about the trips, man. I'm not a hater at all. Like when I see somebody doing a fundraiser and they're getting their money together, a part of me just like really smiles inside because I'm like, man, you really fucked the game up with that fundraiser shit for sure. I ain't gonna lie to you. So
yeah, man, and it's good that you said that because I think that being humbled and just feeling like what they're doing what I'm doing, but I don't have nothing negative to say about it. I think that's the best route to take when it comes to that. You've pretty much fundraised. I mean, we not gonna put an exact number to it, but it's gotta have been over what $20,000 or maybe $30,000 at this point. Do you keep track of what you've raised? Is it just or is it just like per trip? It's just look, this is what I need, and it is what it is.
I mean, I get estimates of every trip. I mean, I could give like rough estimate because all of those 2 trips were pretty much around the same price point. Cartagena trips was around the same price point. And then like the Thailand trip sticks out because that was the most. That was 8 right there. And then this last 45 from Medellin, Cartagena's those 2 was kind of around the same price point, like $3,500 a piece. So, I mean, it's easy to add up to get in the ballpark, but I would be lying if I said I had the exact amount of money I've raised for every trip written down somewhere. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
is there
the cool thing about it too is I mean, you say that you're humbled about it and you're happy to see it. A lot of people say that and then say one thing and do the other, but you actually go to people's panels. You help them with the fundraisers, not just our channel, but every time somebody's doing a fundraiser, it seems like you pop up to the panel, you show love. So
you might even donate sometimes.
A lot of times. So, that's good to see.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm just genuinely proud that I've been able to just make such an impact on what I love. I mean, I could never be in a position to be like, nobody can do my shit because it's kind of like, what I'm saying? Like I would sound crazy. And besides that, I just want people to be able to travel too, to keep it's not enough of us in here. You know what I'm saying? I don't think I could be ever in a place where I'm feeling like, y'all fundraisers actually fucking up what I got going on, because there's just not a lot of us that's even doing this. I mean, we in a tight niche, but the people that, you know, that make it to this level that we're at, you know, they worked really hard. So I'm just really in a spot where I'm like, I want everybody to eat. I'm humbled and touched that so many people use the fundraising to get to where they need to go. And I just want to see everybody win. Long story short.
Facts. Do you ever feel like pressure when you do the fundies, like to make sure that the trip is gonna be like, you know, like with the money that they gave you, that the trip has to be fire? Like, for example, the Medi trip we just went on, like, were you stressing at all about how we were gonna pull it off? And then did you feel like, damn, they gave me 2K or 3K or whatever it is, I gotta make sure that this trip is not only popping, but they get their money's worth, and I got to let them know what I'm doing with the money?
Yeah, I'm always, you know, that's the main objective of any of the trips I put together, is make sure the subs get their money's worth. I mean, it is a pressure a lot of times because you have so little time in town to get off, and that's where the real pressure comes in, because it's like on a timer, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like, even with the Medi trip, it was like, you know, we know you can get a lot done in 5 days, but if I would have just took one day and sat on the couch, niggas would have been like, what the fuck is going on? You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like you're in a position where it's like, you know, you have to put on a great trip. It's just about, do you have enough time to actually execute where it's done really well? That's what it boils down to, for sure.
Yeah, I think, like, chat, there's this thing like you can get, and most of you guys know this, but I'm just gonna say it because some of you may not. It's called a grant, and a grant is like a fundraiser, or not even a fundraiser, but it's like a company you go to. They give you a grant to do something, and then they want to know what you're doing with the money. So it's kind of like a fundy / grant, because it's like, Relo, I guess you don't have to tell people exactly what you did with the money. I mean, obviously they see that you got a B&B or whatever, but there's probably certain things that they may or may not know. But the main thing is you just have to, you know, give them what they want, the entertainment, whatever it is that they're looking for. So I think it's a dope business model. And that's why all I'm saying is all of this is about entertainment and money. Anybody who's sitting here bitching and complaining about someone doing a fundy needs to understand that every YouTuber is in it for something.
You know what's so funny though when you say that? It's so funny because, like, the people who donate to the trips, they never actually ask me like, what you spend the money on. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's only the people that haven't donated a dime that's just like curious. Like, he bought some socks and some shoes, but technically I didn't have any shoes to go on the trip. So I mean, like, little like expenses like that, you can't get really wrapped up into like reporting everything you bought into the people that donated, because you in a situation where people not gonna agree with what you spent the money on regardless of what you tell them. You get what I'm saying? So it's kind of like one of those things. You're in a catch-22, because you're talking to people who didn't donate, and then on top of that, they don't even agree on what you spent the money on for the trip to even get off the ground. So it's just like I kind of like found myself kind of in that loophole where I was like thinking like, but I said, wait a minute, the people who just donated didn't even, you got a motherfucker talking to you on your panel that even ain't gave you 50 cents in 2 years. But you know, there's one person that just gave you 800. You don't even know who the fuck he is. You get what I'm saying? Like, you won't even get a DM from him. So when I sat back and thought about it, I'm like, damn, it all, like you said earlier, like, it just matters. Like, if they just trust you enough to bring a great trip at the end of the day, because they want to be entertained 100% for sure.
Do you think that your subs want to live vicariously through you? So that's why they watch and a lot of them donate? Is it because they want to basically do what you do but can't? Or do you think they're more so just entertained about what you do? Or is
it's
it
entertainment? It's for sure the entertainment. It's the entertainment. They're people's need. You never want to underestimate people's need for entertainment. That's the biggest lesson I learned. When you have one person that gives you $1,000 for a trip, and like, you know, that's just one person. You know what I'm saying? Like, it puts a lot in perspective, because you thinking in your head like, it's tough to get 5 people to give you 200 to make 1,000. So it's kind of like, If it's just that one person's need for entertainment could be so high to where they're like, I don't give a fuck if 80% of his subs don't donate. I'm gonna donate as much as I can because I just love what he brings to the travel space as far as from the entertainment perspective. It's a little bit of the vicariously through, but you can't really contribute a lot to that because obviously, if you got 1,000 to give away to a random person, you don't really need to vicariously live through anybody. I could just really do it myself if I'm that level. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's kind of like one of those things where it's like it's really all about the travel entertainment at the end of the day, for sure. I ain't gonna lie to you.
I like to see more fundies, man. I like to see more people doing fundies. I think fundies are dope. I think they're cool. I think that people that we're better together. If everyone donates $10, right? Everyone donates 20, whatever it is. Obviously, it's never everyone, but let's just say 75% of everyone that's in the chat sends in $20 for a trip. I mean, that's a lot of money, and that goes a long way, and it's not that much for each individual. If we're all helping and putting towards something and you really rock with the content, I don't see anything wrong with it as long as that person who you're giving the money with it to isn't stealing it and using it and just saying, oh, I lost it or this or that. Like if it's really they're giving you the content and delivering, then I think it's totally worth it. It's just like I said, I tell you, it's just like a show that you like on TV. Maybe it moved from Netflix to HBO or from HBO to whatever other channel, and you're like, man, what do I got to sign up for Hulu to watch this? Do I got to sign up for Netflix to watch this? What do I need to do to watch this show? Right? There's certain shows that I literally download specific apps just to watch the show, and I'll pay the $14.99 or $8.99 or whatever it is a month just for really that one show. So I think that people fuck with the Relo show. They fuck with Mentuition. They like what we put out, and they're willing to say, you know what, let me go ahead and pay for this. So a lot of people, it's not a contest of how many subs and how many this you can get. It's more of a contest of how many subs that are rocking with your channel so much that they're watching, liking, and even donating towards it, right? Look at Twitch. The highest subscriber count on Twitch right now, I think, is only maybe 60 or 80,000 or something, between 60 and 80,000. I think DDG has the most subs, or Kai Cenat has the most paying subscription subs on Twitch, right? They're doing it for the money. Right now, DDG's probably live. This nigga be live all day because he's got 8,000 in the chat, 10,000 in the chat, right? He's making money off of those advertisements. People are on Kick, right? They're trying to make money off these advertisements. Kick pays you 95. I think, Relo, you need to start streaming on Kick. Start streaming on everything, because if you build up a Kick following, you can do both on StreamYard at the same time. Bro, Kick pays you 95% of your earnings, and they only take 5%. So, you know, we're kind of shooting ourselves in the foot not getting this kind of content out. People fuck with Relo. I see Relo getting you could end up getting a big deal someday. Me and Al were talking about it. Like, we think the content is entertaining enough that you just need to be put out somewhere, and like this monetization and this remodeling that you're doing will help. You need a clips person that clips some of this stuff. You already went viral before. It's only a matter of time, man. When you're putting out good content, bro, you know what I'm saying? It's only a matter of time, man. I was watching Duke Dennis. He was saying if he could do it all over again, he thinks he could go viral in 3 to 4 months. He was saying he'd start a YouTube page, take the YouTube content and clip it and put it on TikTok. Get popping on TikTok because it's easy to get popping on TikTok, and then filter them back to your YouTube. He gave a whole blueprint.
Yeah, I saw that. All you got to do is upload. I mean, like I'm not gonna deny. Like, I've been lazy, but I've been lazy for a reason, because I know anything can go viral at any moment for any reason. So it's kind of like, by me not being monetized, it was kind of like I had less incentive to want to upload shit, because I'm like, I don't want to fucking upload this shit, it go viral, and then I miss out on these fucking views again. So it's just like, you know, I know, like, I went viral on accident. So I definitely know, like, the power. Like, the other day, I told that story on the live. Like, if I make that a video and put that out and tell it the way I did with that storytelling and make it a little more dramatic, that fucking video of me telling about my prison shit could go viral. You see what I'm saying? So it's kind of like, it's just like I know how to go viral, but it's just not worth putting out the content if you're not gonna make a dime off of it. You get what I'm saying? Almost for sure.
Facts. Shout out to our guy Collab. He said Relo needs a logo. Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
I got everything I need is pretty much free. I'm just like in the process now. Like if this gets remonetized, I'm going on y'all. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I'm uploading every day. I don't even care if it's just a video about me talking about a place I've been already. I'm gonna be putting out videos at a fucking high rate. I might upload every day. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, man. I frequently watch videos of YouTubers basically saying how they got big. That Duke Dennis thing that came up. There's another guy that said upload every day, once a day. He's like, just keep uploading. He's like, I built up a channel to 50,000. I have one that's almost at 1 million or whatever. He's a black dude too. He's like, I just uploaded. He said, eventually something will hit. Eventually something will hit. That's how we went viral. But we were putting out fucking heaters, fucking bangers, right? We were putting out how to deal with pros in Medellin, and that shit just flew. I think YouTube, like I said, they definitely shadow banned this channel we're on, and even maybe even the name Intuition might even be shadow banned. But we knew, like, if we put something out, it was out of here, bro. Like me and Al were talking about it. We got some stuff we're gonna do to mitigate some of that. But basically, like, if you just keep uploading, even if they don't hit, you know what I'm saying? You could just, if you even on TikTok.
I don't care about hitting though. Like I don't care if only 10 subs subscribe off a video I took 3 hours to edit. That still can be, you see what I'm saying? Like I don't care about like growing super fast because I know the power of how much you can do so small. I didn't been to fucking 12 fundraise trips damn near with goddamn it 2,000 subscribers. You get what I'm saying? So it's kind of like I'm not in the. I don't care how long it takes. I just want to get there. You get what I'm saying? Oh my mom.
You've been saying. I mean, you're saying the same thing that we're saying, Relo. Like that's literally what we've been saying. Everybody try. Oh, they don't have a 50,000 view video or 20,000, and I'm like, we talked about it earlier. I'm like, okay, a channel that has a 20,000, let's say Pop channel, for example, just to use him, not to throw shade at him or anything, but just to use his channel for an example. He has a video that does 20,000 or 50,000, but how much money do you think Pop actually makes off of that video?
Not much.
I don't know what he makes off.
You don't really make money off of, like, somebody like a Keese could make money off of a 50,000 view video because Keese is going to get those ads for it. He's going to get a ton of ads. But somebody like Pop that typically does like 1,000 or 2,000, if he does like a 20,000 view video, it's not going to make that much money off of it, just doing it, you know, having a live that pops, you know, one of the days. Whereas, you know, we might get our lives, for example, they typically do about 600 or 700 views, but we only have like 1,200 people. So that means 50% of the people are watching on the channel. And then, you know, like you were saying just now, the support, we're getting supported from way less subs, you know, on our channel than a lot of these other content creators that have hundreds of thousands of subs. So, you know, the slow grind is better in my opinion.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Like, I'm 36 years old. If I got 1 million subs by the time I'm 40, like, do y'all understand how big of a win that is? You get what I'm saying? Like, people like, I get so frustrated talking to these guys because they're like telling me this advice and they're acting like this shit's supposed to happen overnight. Like, it's hard to go viral. I mean, I went viral by accident. I wasn't trying to, but I mean, it's a recipe to it, but it's no guarantee that it's ever going to hit the algorithm to go. You just put it out and cross your fingers. You know what I'm saying? So I'm focused now on just my main thing is making content that makes people feel some type of way. I think that's the actual best. Like the story y'all told about the prison, like y'all can see like So I'm start making videos telling my story about like what happened one day, like even mixing in with the travel content too. Like anything can go viral at any minute for any reason. So I already know the power of the algorithm. So I'm kind of like in this spot where it's like, nigga, if you got a video that if one scene from this video goes crazy next year, we could be at the Grammys with Adele. You get what I'm saying? So I'm just kind of I kind of like I don't even listen to niggas no more because they always telling you what you should be doing and how you could be doing so much more. And I'm like, bro, you don't even realize I ain't even looking at you dudes. I'm looking past you. You hear me? I'm a mama.
Yeah, man. No, I mean, and I think to add to that though, man, do what you like. Upload and create what you like and love, what makes you feel happy. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing worse than creating content or trying to create content that's not even really who you are. You're sitting here having a story time about the prison situation, right? That's what you really wanted to talk about, and you told the story very well. Me and Al have stories for days that we can talk about. You know what I'm saying? Story times and just talking about things that happen in your life. Everybody has some cool shit, but it's also how you present it, right? I'm trying to get back into DJing more, doing live sets, maybe even setting up a DJ booth downstairs and just setting up some cameras and doing some lives for you guys, just playing music, having fun. That's what I like to do. You know what I'm saying? Like create content that you love. And then eventually, especially if it's good and you dress it up and you make it good, it'll start to pop and people will start to watch, right? Think about it. Most people aren't traveling. Most people aren't creating. Most people are spectating and watching, right? So if you can really, you know what I'm saying? Like when I look back at what me and Al have done, bro, we've done so much. We met so many celebrities. We've been so many places. Our subs have taken care of us. You know what I'm saying? We're blessed, man. We are super blessed, and we've gotten a chance to be around some cool shit, you know, fuck some bad chicks. Like when I look at it, it's like in real time when you're doing it, you're not really thinking about it, but like, you know what I'm saying? We're definitely having a great time. So I think we just need to continue, all of us as creators just need to continue doing what we like, putting out what we like, consistently putting it out, clipping it, putting out long form, short form, lives, IRLs, all of that. I think eventually, especially again, if the content is good, it'll catch on. So I think that your content will catch on. I think our content will catch on again. Everybody will get where they need to go as long as they
You
keep
can
going.
buy a channel with 50,000 subs and reroute the traffic to your main channel. That's like the little, you get what I'm saying? Like it's so many little workarounds around YouTube that people are not even cognizant of. Like it's just like I just started really like deep diving into shit. I'm like, damn, that's cool. Like I even got the website where you can buy the channels and stuff. So I know like well, you know what to do to get lit. It's just all about, you know, taking the time and doing what you need to do. Like I'm working tonight. Like after I get off the thing with you, I'm back. You know, I gotta finish saving some more videos, and like I'm working literally right now, like just making sure my channels, like I'm taking this shit serious now. I ain't gonna lie. I finally see the way. Put it like that. If I would have knew what I know now before I got my first monetized channel deleted, boy, I wouldn't even be. I would be so in such a crazy spot. But you live, you learn. You know what I'm saying? And now I'm just kind of, I'm riding solo trying to rebuild.
I mean, it's easy to say that in hindsight. You know, if you knew this, if you would have done this differently, yeah. But I think the lessons that you learn are super powerful. And I think with us, I just use us as an example. We were already like, me and Steve were grinding. We were working pretty hard before then. You know, I thought that was our max, just like how hard we were working. The 3 shows a week, been super consistent on that. Haven't missed a show really. We might have missed 1, but then we do 2 that same week. But we stay consistent on that for the most part. And then, you know, our channel gets banned and we're working like 3-4 times as hard as we were working before. And, you know, the subs see how hard we're working, and then they just, you know, they fuck with it. So, you know, if we wouldn't have gotten banned, like I said, we had a video that did 5-6 million views that we weren't making money off of because it's in the yellow. How much? I mean, we probably made like $20 off the video because it's in the yellow. And it's
why was it in the yellow? If I,
it was about it was
because it was the guide that we made.
It was about banging. Well, they said it was about banging prostitutes. No, it was about how to deal with prostitutes, and the subject matter was not YouTube friendly, so they demonetized it pretty much.
But even if it's in the green, us talking about that subject matter is different than somebody else talking MKBHD or whatever his name is, him talking about iPhones and getting 4 million views. He's going to make a lot more money because the subject matter is different. They can put more ads on his video.
You got to make it mainstream friendly for it to go, for them to really push it. I mean, obviously they wouldn't be super happy about pushing a guide that teaches you how to deal with sex workers, right? I mean, that's common sense, but I feel like if Vice did the same exact documentary, it'll be on the front page of YouTube on the recommendations channel. You get what I'm saying? So it's kind of like it is
Virtual versus the world does the same, way worse than we can ever fathom over here in our community.
So they pick and choose. I understand it now. I'm not like, I don't even issue threats to motherfuckers no more because I'm like, man, they probably get you up out of here for that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just so so leery about this shit because I was shocked that YouTube was this sensitive. Like my one channel, they took my first channel without even a warning. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like, I'm definitely like, the rest of my content is going to be like clean, just building my subscriber base up. I'm doing my travel. I'm not putting chicks with thongs in my shit. Like, I'm keeping, like, I'm going to show chicks, but it's not going to be gratuitous at all, for sure.
Yeah, man. And that's the smart way to really go about it. Speaking of, I think, keeping things PG and putting out content that is more YouTube friendly. Should we segue into the video real quick?
Yeah.
Let's segue real quick while Rello's here.
That motherfucker long. I watched like the first 10 minutes of it, then I had cut it off. After he had got robbed, I was like, damn, this is an hour-long video? This is crazy.
Yeah, I thumbed through it too. I watch a lot of videos on 1.5 speed as well, so I can get through them quicker. But yeah, I skipped through it. Yeah, we can pull it up.
So speaking of YouTube friendly guys, Lord came out with a video recently about Colombia. Okay, shout out to Lord.
Colombia.
He is doing his thing. He's been on a lot of these hot lists, pretty much on all of them. He was on Check's hot list, our hot list, Keis's hot list of YouTubers that have been out here kind of grinding and putting out content and staying consistent with what they're been putting out, and also giving us really informative content. Now, I will say about Lord, there are some things that we don't agree with him. There's some things that happen behind the scenes where there's some conversations I think that need to be had. But as far as his content goes, we do think that he puts out really good content, really well edited content, and his new video is entitled "The Best Colombia Video of All Time." Hour long. He doesn't normally do hour-long content. We're not going to watch all of it. We'll just watch maybe the beginning and maybe skip through a few parts and then we'll comment. But Lord put together something that I think would be considered YouTube friendly. This is, we're gonna be a little critical of some of the things he says. It is what it is. We are content creators as well, and we put out a guide to Colombia or Medellin and Cartagena, and we've sort of revolutionized, I think, this kind of style. He doesn't even really do stuff this long. This probably is his longest video he's ever put out, and I'll fact check that as far as like his vlog style thing. But I think he's trying to go into these breakdowns things. And hey, man, a lot can be learned from what Mentuition did and what we've paved the way for. We got a lot of our ideas from guys like Flyboy, who also was doing breakdowns. We're not the first to do breakdowns, but to kind of lump in the pros in there and try to get it in, we just went straight for the jugular and said, you know what, this is what it's about. We're not even going to talk about the fluff. So Hopefully he doesn't get in trouble for this, because YouTube is interesting. They'll find anything. But I think he did a good job of talking about it, Parque Yaris and all these places, but not really, saying it. Al, did you have anything?
Also, when our first channel got banned, we were talking to Lord and Sin. We were cool with both of them at the time. And basically, Lord was saying, he's like, you guys should put out a guide, but just take that stuff out, the pros and things like that. And that's pretty much, what he did. And I think that, he does a good job on it. I think for the most part, he does a good job, and he drops a shit ton of sauce. Me and Steve, like I said, had a few things, few critiques, but I think that he overall does a good job. And I think this type of content overall is good for this space.
Yeah. So let's just play a little bit of it, guys. We'll play it on like 1.25 speed, so we're not lagging here with this video, and we'll skip through it. We won't let it ride out for too long, and we'll pause where we need to pause. But let's just play it a little bit. We'll give you guys our comments, and you guys let us know what you think as well. Oh, is it frozen, chat? Yes. Oh, that's you. My bad.
You want me to play it from the beginning?
Yeah, I was going. Okay. Well, I had it up on mine, but go ahead.
Yeah, but I was presenting. You weren't presenting.
Well, yeah, I know. I didn't know you took over it. All right, go ahead. Yeah,
okay,
it's fine.
Let me guess. You're thinking about coming to Colombia. You don't know where to start, and your last YouTube search was "Is Medellin safe 2025?" Don't worry. In this video, I got you.
I just need my space right now.
Think I'm ready for a couple days and shoot the Collab. Stamp my paper fast and not your average. I can count it back to pretty. She caught on in my web. I feel like Mountain Rabbit. Knowing I be flying than a pilot. Never had a stab. A couple shooters like they page backers flying out the Dallas. I was lost, but I had found to get a chance to make some out of sleep. It's nice. I can't even count. Thank God, not a paper pound. Really tried to make it out. Flip it out and make some thousands. Driving bands, I'm like I'm Santa Dash, dance around shit. I'm trying to go legit quick, but I'm not in Seattle. I can't get no sleep without the money. Funny Adam Sandler. White t-shirt, I rock some pedals. I'm lit as a candle. Pocket full of money, not a dancer. Man, try for some else. I bought a Glock and plus I hold a 30 back like Julius Randle. I think I'm trying out for the dollar. Spend a week out in Miami.
In this video, I'm going to be giving you an updated look on what life's really like living in Medellin. From cost of living, safety, and of course, we got to talk about dating culture and nightlife. So sit back, relax, grab some popcorn, and enjoy the show. And oh yeah, don't forget to smash that like button.
I hope my kids be way better than me, like Archer Man. I'm good in the hood, like I'm a mechanic. Turn it on, removing the panic. We get along, she get in the panic. Love with the money, I'm very romantic. Get no money, I start getting nasty. I'm like Wally from Atlanta. Take a I had found to get a chance to make some.
It's a solid option if you want to be right. Attention, let's get into one of the main questions that people ask before they even book their flight. And that's, Lord, where should I stay when I come to Medellin? When it comes to where to stay in Medellin, most foreigners tend to choose El Poblado. It's a solid option if you want to be right in the heart of the action, steps away from nightlife, trendy restaurants.
Did he say foreigner?
Foreigner.
You gotta pause.
He did.
Now, shout out to Lord. This, I gotta say, this is a little bit of a piece out of the Mentuition book. We do the maps with the circles and the thing. I mean, maybe there's some other YouTubers that done it this way, but this is kind of exactly how we did ours. Not to say he bid it from us, guys, but who knows, right? Lord, hey man, shout out to you, man. So far, capturing, great beginning. He's showing the places. This is what we did on our guide, except we were talking about pros specifically. But so far so good. We'll let it rock. But we're gonna pause it a little bit, guys, again, because we want to kind of comment on certain things. But I think that Lord is a great editor. He's I think Keith's level. He's that whole C3 thing that they did. I don't know if they did a class to teach each other how to do the way they edit, but it's very well put together, even in the short amount that we just watched. Rello, what do you think so far?
Another great video from Lord, man. What can I say? He's blessed. It seems like he was just destined to be a great YouTuber. It's nothing to say about his level of excellence with the editing. I mean, like it just, you know, it's kind of you get almost jealous of people that you know is just naturally gifted with editing, because he's just like super dope with it. Like his cut shots and overlays, transitions is on point. Like it's not, he makes it look easy, but it's actually really time consuming and difficult, at least up until you get really good at it, and then I can imagine it gets easier. But you know, like I'm in a position now where I'm like, fuck, I didn't even realize it was worth actually hiring somebody until I started doing it myself. And I'm like, this shit is very time consuming to make this shit like look like a movie. You know what I'm saying? So long story short, with me, it's kind of like I'm gonna always play to my strong suits, because I know I could get better with the editing, but I know it's gonna be like take time before I could get to a level where it's like, nigga, you are stupid nice with that editing now. You know what I'm saying? So as far as like how I want to shoot my videos, I kind of like want to do more of like a more like straight, like shot vlog straight style, rather than just like edited up clips, even though, you know, he's doing his thing. Like Lord is always going to deliver a great video. But for me personally, I don't necessarily care about conforming to the actual style of how most people edit their videos. I rather signature my own way of shooting. And then when you click into my video, you like, damn, this is a Rello shot type of, like, you get what I'm saying? Like, you feel me? So if I could get that down, I would be 100% happy doing it my way. But like I said, Lord is top tier with the editing. I thought, like I said, I watched it about 10, 15 minutes of it, and then I realized it was an hour, and I'm like, I really ain't got an hour to burn. I was kind of on the go. But I fuck with Lord, though. I like his videos are always going to be an algorithm because we're in the same space. But like I said, you know, he's doing his thing for sure.
Yeah. Shout out to Ike Banks. He says, oh, nah. Now, this is content. Is he a part of Mentuition? He's not a part of Mentuition. Was a part of a group called C3. Now, I think he's just doing his own thing. But other content creators who see other content creators making great content, we always respect that. So we're just playing a little bit of it here on the show to show you guys and shed some light on it. But no, he's not a part of Mentuition, but we appreciate that, Ike. Just Max said, what's Homies Hub using? Was he using a DJI last week with y'all? Yeah, he uses a DJI Pocket 3. He was not using our gear, but we have a Pocket 3. Pocket 3 is what Lord shot most of this on. So pick up a Pocket 3, guys. This is a well-known thing now in the YouTube space. You go to Best Buy, they're almost always sold out. That is the camera that I would say the YouTube standard right now is a DJI Pocket 3, and every content creator who is serious about creating content should have one in their arsenal. If you don't have one, get one. They are $600 or $700 to get the pro package or whatever they call it, but that is what you need to get that good quality footage that you guys are seeing here.
I think that Pocket 3 really took Rello's production to the next level.
Facts.
I think it took Flyboy's production to the next level.
Flyboy needed it for sure. Flyboy was using a camcorder. Flyboy, get that. I was so happy when he did that. It just makes everything look so clear and crisp. Rello's streams, if you look at the old ones between now, he's got a Pocket 3. They look so great. It's beautiful. The footage is beautiful. It's very, again, guys, I love cameras. And so for me, I start to get really excited about walking around with cameras. So, and if it were up to me, I'd buy 100 cameras. You know, that's by the time I'm in my 50s or 60s, I'm sure I'll have hundreds of cameras. I love cameras. My grandfather loved cameras. It's just a thing that kind of runs in my family. But
me too. My uncle was a photographer too. So
yeah, my grandfather had all these tapes, bro. He had a whole wall full of just tapes of our family reunions and stuff. He always bought the new, what was out there was JVC camcorders. I mean, every year he would buy a new camera or 2 or 3. He had video cameras, he had regular cameras, he, you know, taking pictures in Japan, this place, that place. So there's no wonder that I'm into tech. Like I just love it because that's what excites me. So shout out to Lord. There was a shot on here that was really clear. It didn't even look like it was on a DJI. It was some shit. But let's go ahead and
talk about that interview.
Yeah, that interview that he did. That shit was fucking cool. Can we go to that real quick? It's in the beginning. It was in the beginning part. Oh, there's a part on it here. Bro, he did an interview with somebody, and that camera was fucking nice. Like, what they shooting on? Here it is.
At the bus.
What?
Yeah, that's
Yeah, no.
All right, so no touching and no coming to sit at tables for us gringos, all right? Like,
Yeah, or say, hey, can I, or something.
so my next question is, are Colombian women, are they open to dating foreigners?
Yeah, I think, many are open to gringos. It's important for us if you show interest about
They said it was a DSLR camera.
Yeah, it is. Maybe a Sony
the
A7.
culture about us. I prefer a date with gringos. I don't know. Yeah.
Okay, what is the difference between dating a gringo and dating a Colombian?
Physical, I prefer high guys.
Tall
Guys.
Sorry, my short kings.
The guys here,
Oh, they're shorter.
They're shorter, and I prefer big guys.
The gym. You like the gym?
I love gym.
Like the gym. So you can never go out with someone who doesn't like the gym, or can you?
No, I can. I always looking for a guy that he can share my hobbies, my mentality. Is easy life. When you have a relationship with someone that you can share your passions. Yeah, the physical is important, but I prefer the mentality. I prefer what do you want for your life, what your interest. I prefer that.
Okay, so the next question is, and this is kind of important because a lot of us gringos, we come here and we go to the same spots, but where is the best place to meet a down-to-earth regular girl, has a good career going for her? Where can we meet those girls at? Where should we go?
Okay, library.
Man, we're not going to no damn library.
When the last
chat, okay,
time you niggas picked up a book?
Chat, okay. Stupid. Don't listen to what females say. They don't know where they would even pick themselves up if they were gay, right? Like the library. Who the fuck goes to the library, right? Like you gotta like kind of understand. Like, really, you should probably ask a guy who maybe gets some girls there, or a Colombian like local guy. He'll tell you where to pick up girls, hot girls, rich girls, fucking ratchet chicks, pros. He'll give you the game of where they are. Now, as far as personality goes and all that, you'll just have to be able to sift through them yourself. One of our gripes with Lord is he did a lot of cut scenes, right? That Charleston thing was funny. There was a couple other scenes that he's funny, but like every part of this interview, at least here, and I'm sure he did throughout the whole thing, is he does these little breaks where he puts in a movie scene or something that's whatever. It's like a comedy break. And that's his style. But in this particular one, there were
he should have used so many. Yeah, it was literally like after every
way too many
answer.
And you got to be funny, bro. You got to be funny. And so, again, some people don't have that personality. When we met him, he was cool. He was a ladies' man. He definitely had riz. He'd get the girls. He was funny though. He could be funny. So joke around with her yourself. Which she's laughing now, but you didn't even need to put that cut scene in. You could have just let the interview ride a little bit more. And it would have been better. It's not that it ruined it. It's just now I'm anticipating some sort of cutscene after everything, right? It's almost like he did it and then he felt like he had to keep doing it. Yeah, there you go, Ike. He said, you don't ask fish how to catch them. Exactly. So I get what he's doing here. I think it's a good interview. She's beautiful, got a nice ass. You could tell she got a wagon just by that leg meat right there. But it's editing style wise, I wouldn't have done that. And I think people, I'm not saying lose people, they might have stopped watching, but it's just kind of like an annoying thing that I think kind of messed up the quality of this. There's another part I want to check out, and then we can kind of maybe play one or two more and go. The one about the pros. I got a comment on that. He was talking about, we got to comment on that. Sorry, Lord, but sorry, not sorry. But you guys keep doing this, and we're going to call you guys out. And if you're here or you want us to come on the panel, bro, please come on the panel. Come to the front of the congregation, because I have no problem saying this to none of you guys, none of you YouTubers. You guys know how Mentuition gets down. You guys know what we've done in this space. I definitely talk to anybody or talk about anything to anybody, but I got to call this out because I'm tired of guys doing this, specifically you, Lord. But go ahead.
Good time, listen to some music, drink, and more importantly, trick off their money. I don't know how y'all boys be doing that. I'd be mad when a girl overcharged me $3 for some shit.
Okay, so that's the part. He's basically, can you go back to it, play it one more time, please? A little bit further back, just so we can hear the context.
Hold on, wait a minute. God thought I was finished.
Easy after this with all these fear-mongering YouTubers that like to push this narrative for clicks and views. But if you're still feeling a little uneasy after this video, make sure you head to my website to book a consultation. I got you. If you guys want a safer, more controlled environment, I definitely suggest you checking out Sky Park or any other club in the Yetis Park area. These clubs are made specifically for foreigners who want to have a good time, listen to some music, drink, and more importantly, trick off their money. I don't know how y'all boys be doing that. I'd be mad when a girl overcharged me $3 for some shit.
All right. So we're going to stop it right there. Okay. Lord. Okay. Shout out to you again. We appreciate the content. This is a great, well put together expose and docu-series or whatever you want to call it. Number one, you are a part of a group called C3. Okay. You, Keese, and Sin. Right. You guys have went to places like Sosua, where guys are known to trick off their money and whatever else you're talking about. A lot of you guys, a lot of you YouTubers try to act like you've never been with pros. You don't be at the strip clubs. You've never paid for pussy. Stop doing it. You don't have to do that, right? The documentary that you're creating here could be, you don't even got to joke about that and act like you're not a part of that, right? We know that you guys have done this. We've seen you guys at these places. We've been to these places with you, right? You did a lot of the same things that those guys did, Keese and Sin. And this is no shade. I'm just saying it's y'all tricking off that money. I don't know how y'all be doing that, man. The same dudes that be doing that, chat, are the same dudes that have done it before. They're part of groups that have done it. They're cool with people who have done it. They go to these places with these guys. Stop shaming men for doing it. Stop making jokes about men who do it. Just do it or don't do it, right? So that's number one, right? Number two, Sky Park, he should have prefaced it. That is a bar where there are pros. All the girls there are pros. Okay, there's no girl there that's not a girl that you can't pay for and take home. Now, again, he has to say it a certain way, and that's cool, and that's this. And I get maybe he's just trying to keep it YouTube friendly, so he's acting like he's not a part of it. But the best content, or some of the best content of this whole video, are prostitutes shaking ass for the camera, right? That whole beginning scene where the girls are grabbing the camera and putting it on their ass is in Sky Park with baddies. This is part of what men do. Some guys, they go down there, they want to see the Pablo tours, they want to go to Guatape, they want to go to Comuna Trece, they want to do all that. And then at night, where the bitches at? Where the hoes at? That's what we want to know. Stop trying to act like it's this big deal that guys trick off. You've tricked off before, brother. All of us have in just one way, shape, or form. And it's okay. Okay, guys, this is a space where we're not shaming men. It's okay. Yeah, you paid this. Okay, you paid a stripper. Fine. I don't care. So I think that, again, it's Lord specifically, because we're talking about his content and we're reviewing this. He has this thing where he tries to, he did another video live. He was going to Barranquilla and he was like, oh, I'm meeting this woman in Barranquilla. She's doing this thing for Black Colombians, Afro-Colombians, and she doesn't really rock with the passport bro space. And I let her know that I'm not a part of that. So I don't be doing the stuff that they do. And cool, man. Again, I tell you guys, if something bad happened with Lord or something go viral on Razor Rays, guess what they're going to label you as? Passport bro did XYZ. So whether you say you're a part of it or you're not a part of it, you're going to get lumped into it anyway. What you can say is, if you need to say that to her to be a part of this event, fine. But on the record, just say, I'm not that kind of passport bro, or I'm not this, or shit, you can denounce the name if you want to. But what I'm saying is, stop bashing it, right? Stop bashing it. Let the guys do what they do. Relo gonna do what he do. We gonna do what we do, right? It's these subliminal little jabs that they do at, not even, like I said, not us per se, but just other people or content creators, where it's kind of like, bro, we're all in the same bucket, man. We're all Black men or white men or whatever, Mexican men, the Asian men, wherever you're from, right? Latinos, traveling, trying to meet different women and learn different experiences, eat different food, do different things. Sometimes you get wrapped up in going into some brothel or strip club. Sometimes it happens, but it's not something to shame people for. Al, did you want to comment a little bit on that? Because he does this a lot.
He's the king of I don't do this, or this is beneath me, and then come to find out he's doing it, does the same thing. For example, the fundraiser. He's talked about multiple times how he doesn't fundraise, but we see him doing fundraisers now. I have probably 2 or 3 other examples, but I won't go into those right now because, you know, that stuff's kind of like, you know, behind the scenes stuff that I've seen or witnessed personally, and I don't want to bring that stuff to light. But he's the king of this is beneath me. I don't do it, and then he does it, and then he's capping. That's my only gripe with it. You know, really, that's one of the main gripes. Overall, like I said, I think that this video is a win for the space. He gives a lot of sauce. It's a lot of game on what to do in Colombia. And he does some different stuff. You know, if you want to network, networking's huge. He talks about that. He talks about different places to stay, different things to do. But that was just like one of my gripes with the video.
Yeah. So in concluding that part of it, guys, and we'll play a little bit more and we'll wind down. Again, this is no stab at Lord. We're not mad at him per se. It's not a hating thing. I have to critique the content, but also the subject matter of the content. And when you go on record and say something, I think it's already got 20,000 views in less than a day or two. I have to call it what it is. Meeting you in person, whether it been one time only, we hung out a few times, seeing certain things, right? But also knowing your history of the groups you've been a part of. Some of that stuff just doesn't have to be said. In my opinion, what a guy be going to trick off. I don't know how y'all motherfuckers could do that. Come on, bro. It's like I said, there's other ways that you can, I think, sell this without trying to throw men who are going to Sky Park under the bus. You went to a spot where there's pros. And guys, here's a hot take. He might even took a chick home from here, right? Who knows, right? We never know. He's never going to admit it. But what I'm saying is, bro, you might have met a really cool chick here. It might have just, yeah, whatever. Okay, whatever. My pesos. All right, I'm going to smash this one, right?
I don't do it, but I'm going to hang out in the P for P spots.
Right.
And we saw other YouTubers doing that stuff too.
And that was a gripe from Sin. His own C3 buddy was saying that when we were in Brazil, not about Lord, but we had saw a YouTuber at Mabs, which is a known prostitute bar, and he goes, look at him over there. That's a big YouTuber. He got over 500,000 things on YouTube. He be talking stuff on Passport Bros that be going to these places, and look, he's right here talking to pros or next to why is he eating here? He doesn't. There's a million places he could eat in Rio de Janeiro. But he comes to Mabs. And Sin kept saying that. Why is he here? Y'all think about that. He kept saying, well, y'all think about that. He talking all this shit on us, but he's right here in these strip clubs in the same spots. And I was like, yeah, that's a good point, Sin. So even Sin was saying that to us, right? So that's what I'm saying with Lord. It's like, bro, who cares, man? Whatever. They go to Sky Park. They take a little girl home. Whatever, man. It's nothing to be. They're beautiful women. Don't get scopolamine, right? Be smart.
Scopolamine, the devil's breath.
Do what you gotta do. All right, you want to play a little bit more?
Was there any other parts that you want to cover?
Not necessarily. We can play a little bit of the Sky Park part because it's probably good. But
Last time I went to Sky Park, I had an absolute ball. I was with a bunch of girls. They told me that they wanted to see this side of Colombia. And if you ask me, everybody should get to experience this at least once in their lifetime. Keep in mind, man, this is not the time to be falling in love or the place to be finding your Colombian wife. When girls go in here, they're down to work. When guys go in here, they're on straight demon time. So don't be over there falling in love, all mesmerized by that beauty and booty.
Cut that bitch ass shit out, man. I need Nasty Mike. Nasty Mike. Do that junkie shit. That's what I'm talking about. That shit right there. That shit right there. Bad boy. Bad boy. Bad boy, Mike. Right? You're the big bad wolf in the neighborhood. Not bad meaning bad, but bad meaning good.
That was a good place for a cutscene, right? That makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody asking what stack, I said, I've been out the way, you ain't seen me in a minute. Took care of me a little bit, ran a few digits. I hope you ain't think that I was finished. Drinks on me when I had them. Me and my nigga, know that we the center of attention. Scared jumping on me, hit, hold my pen. Look like Tyson versus Lennon. keep on shaking, make it clap, and I spin. Niggas keep looking crazy, hold down, start trip, make one phone call, be surrounded by the goodness. Everything a nigga got on expensive. Roll a big smoke on my session, no instant. How you turn a nigga up that already been lit?
Stop that DJ. He was there when we were there, chat. That was the DJ that when we in
I like to throw a little more, you shake.
Bello and all of us.
That's what I like. I like to spend a little more on my feet. I like to stick in there with it I drive. I
Look
like
how
a whole
lit
lot
that
of
is,
cash in my
man.
hands. I can't explain just some shit that I like.
Hey, welcome. Hey, for the consultation.
I like to count up a lot. I like to count up a lot. I like to grab a few bags in my shop. I like to miss a little drink in my pop. I like to stash a little cash in my spot. I can't explain, but that's just what I like. I like to roll a tough chef in the drop. Gucci the shoes, Mr. Bell with the sauce. Keep a chunk up on myself to the rock. When you chasing money, high, it's time for the high. Come from the bottom, I climb to the top. Cartier fresh, be my mind like I'm caught. I just made me a move, but can't make it too high. Doing shit to say her mama from you to slide. I do so much, you should make a deposit. I do so much,
that was Sky Park, right?
Like
yeah. Those red couches.
It was a lesson that shit wasn't allowed. I keep changing my number with money, keep calling me. I'm to the paper wherever I gotta be.
They had a lot more Afro-Latino looking in that night.
Yeah. Sometimes they get a lot of black girls, bro.
I like to spend a little more on my feet.
Big booty doing it too. So yeah, that's pretty much it, chat. But this whole cut scene right here is, I think he's trying to say those girls weren't pros, but whatever, they pros. There's a bunch of pros in this video, and that's what I'm saying. You're gonna go there, you're gonna have a good time. So my whole thing is with Lord is, if you're gonna be around it, maybe you're not indulging it, maybe you are allegedly woo, whatever, bro. It's like Lord's saying, you gotta go to Sky Park. Like, go enjoy yourself. Whether you take one home or you don't, you gotta go. The girls dance, it's lit, there's bottles coming out, niggas is throwing money, which we don't recommend, but it's fun, it's an experience. And if you so choose to take a chick home, you certainly can. So I just think that as a man, like I said, I'm not, oh, y'all in there tricking off. Huh, I ain't doing that shit, because I never tricked off in my life. There's never been no time I threw no money on no ass shit. I'm not shit. I ain't even a part of that, man. Y'all do that. That's for y'all lame ass dudes. I don't really do that. I'm chilling with my home girl and this and that. Come on, bro. Just say, just don't say anything at all. That's all I say. Just put the video out, kill it. You know what I'm saying? Jokey here and there, whatever. But like the whole bash or the little slights, I think is not needed here. Go to Sky Park, guys. It is fucking lit. Check out our live stream that me, Al, Rello, and all the other people did. We did a dope ass live to show you guys this in real time, IRL style. Okay. But that's all we got for it. Lord, you did a great job on the video. Shout out to you. We want to see more content like this. I think that if you can keep it PG like this, then I think you'll be able to continue to make some cool guides. And that's where the wave is, because for us, we had an 1.5 hour long joint like this, talking about where to stay, centered more around the working girls. And we got people to watch the whole damn thing all the way through. They were locked in. So shout out to him. And again, it's no hate and shade. And if we need to address some things with him, we can address those behind the scenes, because there are some things we need to talk to him about at some point. But I think that's pretty much it, chat. Al, did you have anything, or Rello, did you have anything to add to this, to that last part?
No, I'm pretty much good. I'm just doing some work on my channel and stuff. I'm just in such a gay spot right now, man. Man, people gonna be so shocked by the time, because like I'm on a totally different time frame than these guys. Like, if I'm just really where I want to be by the time I'm like really like this YouTube shit really, like I compared to where I'm at with it now, compared to like when I first started, even when I was monetized out, didn't really like even like know how powerful this motherfucker could be. Like now I'm just now in a spot now after my 10th trip where I'm like, nigga, this YouTube shit is the wave. I ain't gonna lie to you. So long story short, I'm just in a good spot right now. I'm getting it ready for the next Kenya trip. I got the best subs anybody could ever ask for in this space. So I'm just I'm in a good spot right now. I just great video from Lord. I'm doing my thing. I'm in a great place mentally, physically, like everything right now in my life is just, I'm at peace right now. So, and I'm just super happy. So I want to thank you guys for having me on tonight. It's been a good live for sure.
Appreciate you. Appreciate you pulling up too.
Someone said, so Mentuition and Rello, how do you think Brazil will do in the travel space after these new requirements will it help or hurt?
You know what? I want to talk on like that is actually a great question, right? Because like it's gonna be so many people finessing that. Like once somebody finds out the actual way to finesse it, because I mean people gonna always find a way around pretty much everything. Like you know what I'm saying? Like so, I'm kind of in this spot now to see like the people that's not gonna be able to have 2K in their thing type thing. So I'm interested to see how it plays out as far as like how I'm thinking in my head, but I'm definitely I'm gonna like if that's the requirement and there's no other way around it. I mean, it is what it is. It's 2K, but like
I got
other than that, it's like kind of like fuck it. You know what I mean? For sure.
I got people there that can help people get their things. We actually booked a consultation last week, and I helped some of the people. Some of the people on the trip were trying to get it before the trip. I helped them with that. We also booked a yacht party, provided all the girls, and all they had to do was pull up in the boat, and it was 10 dudes and 20 girls, somewhere around there. So Brazil is going to be just fine. Brazil doesn't need any. They have certain tourists that they want there, and they can pick and choose who they want in their country, and they don't really need like everybody there the way some of these other countries do. They're gonna have people going down there for business. They just had Lady Gaga there. They threw a free concert. When I was down there, they had Madonna there. They threw a free concert on the beach. Chris Brown was there this year. They have big name artists that go there all the time. Their beaches are iconic, the most beautiful beaches in the world, rated like top beaches in the world. Like people are going to go there regardless, and the type of tourism that they want is going to go there regardless of and they if they don't want brokies in their country too, like so that's the way they look at things. Do I necessarily agree with it or not? That doesn't really matter. They're going to run their ship the way they want to, and they're not going to have any problem with tourists coming over to Brazil. They got a football game coming there again this year. They're going to have the tourists there to fill the stadium. But yeah, Brazil does not need no cosign, doesn't need nothing. It's just him.
Yeah, man. If y'all want to see another Brazil trip, y'all are gonna get one most likely before the end of this year, probably 100%. Around New Year's. Y'all, I think Rello, that's definitely a spot you'd want to come. And if you come with us, we already got the playbook on Brazil, so you'll have the best time if you're down there with us at the same time. So
yeah, that's the actual trip though. Like I wouldn't even go without y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like
the places that we can take you, bro. It's just it would be crazy. And
I would not go to Brazil without you guys because I just want to really have the best time possible. I mean, I don't want to go to Brazil and like, not know nobody out there and not exactly know how to move around. You get what I'm saying? Like at least the first time, you know what I'm saying? Like, because I definitely feel like I possibly with 100% feel like a fish out of water in Brazil without like nobody to like actually, network with. You get what I'm saying?
Big facts. Yeah. So I mean, that's a great question. Just Mac, we appreciate that. Someone said we should go to Panama or Costa Rica. That's definitely on the docket too, as well. Chilling. We appreciate your question.
Maybe we'll hit. We're going to be hitting a lot of countries that are closer to the States within the next few months if we do go anywhere. So maybe we'll hit Panama, Costa Rica. Maybe we'll do a vote and leave it up to y'all.
Yeah.
But I got a couple in my head that that we definitely got to hit.
Yeah. And just real quick, guys, this is slightly off topic, but we're gonna continue to keep pushing, guys, and putting out the content. Me and Al have some things that we're working on behind the scenes to help grow the channel. So stay tuned for that. We have some new things we're going to be doing within the next week or so that we're going to be putting out and rolling out for you guys. Intuition is here to stay. Like I said, we may rebrand a few things, but that's always going to be the network. That's always going to be the name. There may be some things under that umbrella, but we're going to continue to use our resources of what we have and give you guys great content. And you know, we appreciate again all the support you guys have been giving us, man. We're not afraid to you know, let our fucking nuts hang, no diddy, and just put out what we need to put out to get where we need to go, because we know that this information is important and a lot of guys need guidance. So just stay tuned for some new things, some big
Key
things.
Updates. When can we have a real date to get the guide out? When do you think that we like a concrete date for this Brazil guide? How much longer do you think?
Mean, I would say let's give it a week from today. So let's say
the 13th.
The 13th of May. We're just gonna put it out there. 13th of May, guys, we'll have the Brazil 101 out.
Do you think that's enough time to do all the proofs,
absolutely,
all the run-throughs,
absolutely,
all the
absolutely,
you know, last-minute touch-ups, all that
absolutely,
stuff?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right.
So that's gonna be the date we're gonna go by.
Or do you want to say the 15th?
What's the 15th? Wednesday.
That Wednesday. To be safe.
All right, to be safe, chat, we'll say the 15th.
May 15th.
We will drop the Brazil 101.
101 Brazil. Yes, that is going to be a master class on how to do everything in Brazil. We will drop it on the 15th. We're also working on some behind the scenes stuff. As Steve said, a lot is going to be happening by the end of the month. And one of the biggest things we're going to be doing too, I'll let you guys in on one of the stuff. We're going to be making merch. If anybody knows like a graphic designer or a logo designer or any of that stuff, hit us up on Discord, send us that information. We'll reach out to them. But yeah, we're going to get some merch made. And we're shooting to have that done by the beginning of June, end of May, somewhere around that time frame.
Yeah, guys, hard work pays off, man. And Relo, you know, us, we're going to keep giving y'all content. All the other content creators, shout out to Lord. You know, when I go to Medellin, right? When we were doing the Creep Cam live on Thursday with Relo, I was doing it, right? I had at least 3 or 4 people stop me while I'm trying to film Relo. Yo, y'all are legends. Like, someone kept asking, where's Al? He asked me like 3 or 4 times. Like, asked me on Thursday, then asked me on Friday. And then asked me when we were out with Relo. Me and Relo were walking to Parquilleras. We did that live together. He's like, yo, where's Al? Where's Al? Where's Al? So, guys, no matter what any hater says about us, we literally have people stop us in any country we go to. Thailand, right? Asking to take pictures with us, saying we're legends, and they're here because of us. Like, we had groups of men, like, I'm not lying. And I'm saying all this to say, a lot of people, oh, your numbers and nobody's in your chat, it's not popping. Bro, we put out the best guide you'll ever get on dealing with those chicks in Medellin, in Cartagena, ever created on the internet, literally, right? It got our channel banned. People don't forget that. And once you have a 50 or 60-year-old white man come up to you and say, yo, you're a legend. I've had motherfucker from Australia. I'll never forget. I'm walking down towards the walled city, towards the clock tower, and white dude gets up. He's talking to a pro. he's in the act, guys. All right, he's talking to a fucking pro right there.
At least while I'm there, I want to get a few hawkers in.
Just tells her, hey, give me a second. Comes up to me, hey Steve, man, I fucking love your shit, bro. Yo, I'm from Australia, bro. Yo, can I have your phone number? This dude's 60, like late 50s, and he's like, yo, you're a legend. So I'm just happy. Not only am I helping black people, Latinos, I'm helping white dudes, old white dudes, like, yo, I rock with the content. So we know what we've done, and there's nobody in the space that's buying followers and view bots and talking about this that's going to ever make me or Al feel any kind of way, because we know we've actually helped people, right? So I just need to just say that, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people are worried about the views, and views are good, and we do need to worry about views sometimes, but impact, right? We're an asteroid that hit the earth. Was it a little crater or was it a big crater? And I felt like we left a big ass fucking crater into space, bigger than a lot of these YouTube. And that's why we get respect from the Razor Rays and the Zoes and the Check and Effects, because they see what we're doing and they go, damn, these dudes are hot, right? So I just need to talk my shit for a second, because I'm tired of these goofies thinking because our shows are getting 800 views and this and that, and a lot of them are buying views anyway, but let's just say they're not, and we're getting our 800. We have 1,200 subs. That's 60 or 70% watching. Like I said, if you look at that and you're actually, like, if you're trying to buy a company and it's a small company, let's say the company's only making 200,000 a year, but like, it's like, you know what I mean? That's their profit, and they're super small and only have 5 employees, right? A person going and buying that company goes, damn, yeah, y'all are small, but damn, y'all got this many people, customer retention, and people coming back and buying your product. Shit, we can grow this and scale this to, right? It's look at Rello. Rello has this many subs, but wait till Rello has 10,000 subs. How much money could, like, that's what I'm thinking. Like, he could raise easily, just boom, and then he's going on trips every week.
$1 a piece.
Right, but what I'm just saying, like, the scaling factor of what Rello's doing now is
everybody
crazy.
donated $1 and he has 10,000 subs.
Yeah. The scaling power of people who really rock with your content is unmatched. I'd rather have 1,000 subs that rock with me and paying that $20 subscription than have 10,000 subs that ain't paying me nothing. Right? So getting banned is a blessing in disguise when you have people who are really rocking with you. So Mentuition has made an impact in the space that cannot be forgotten. That's why we get the respect we get. And a lot of people are wondering why we're on these lists. It's because we deserve to be on the list. Okay?
100% facts. Ozzy wanted you to play that that Banks soundbite.
Oh, yeah. Thank you, Banks. Thank you, Banks. We'll let Banks say it here. Let's start with this one.
But I will tell you this, Pop. How can I put you above Mentuition? Where you been this year? I know where they been. You ain't been nowhere yet.
So what you like about what Mentuition did then?
I'll tell you. And with the same thing I told them, they're moving around at a high rate. Even though they may not have the views, their name ring bells in the space.
So it is what it is, man. It is what it is. So, you know, we're doing something. We're trying to move boundaries and break into different spaces and do different things. And that's what I like about what Lord did with this video. I think that if he continues to put out stuff like this, he can have a video like we had, where we're getting millions of views and hundreds of subscribers a day and really changing it. I believe we would have got world star famous. I'm telling you, we were out of here, chat. But I'm glad we got banned, because it was getting hot too fast. YouTube knew it was getting hot too fast. But I'm telling you right now, we wouldn't have got banned, to the moon. To the moon. It'd have been crazy. We'd have been on fresh and fit status. Like, it'd been crazy. So but I'm glad it happened, because I think that now that we're rebuilding and rebranding, we're more prepared for it now, and we have a better base of people who rock with the content under our belt. So again, shout out to everybody who truly rocks with us and fucks with us. Rello, before we wind down, man, I want to give you a moment. I know you're going to Kenya. When's the next fundraiser? What can people expect from this new channel? Is there anything you can let the people know before we wind down?
Expect a lot of drops. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm gonna be dropping every day on my mom once I get monetized. Cause like we said, you never know what can go viral. I ain't gonna lie. I got a lot of creativity inside of me that I'm gonna be dropping once I get this channel able to make some ducats up off of it. I'm super excited for the future. Man, I'm in the best position possible.
When's the Kenya trip?
I love it when Rello says that, bro.
When's the Kenya trip? Rello's in July?
Yeah, they want me to go in June, but it's just the way I'm waiting on a lot of stuff behind the scenes to, you know what I'm saying, to come to fruition. Like, we not going to the channel was monetized, and you're like, I'm working like literally right now. Like, I'm going to probably spend the next couple hours up just, tweaking things. You know how it is.
Yeah, you get excited
the
about
banner, the avatar.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just doing a lot. I'm putting videos out that, just clips of stuff I done clipped together. And it's a lot. I'm doing a lot right now. So, long story short, the trip to Kenya is going to be a movie. My subs, I did a live last night. Everybody's like seems excited for it. Like they're telling me like I can't wait. Like basically like it seems like they're more excited than I initially projected them to be, but it's kind of like we won't actually be able to know like how much they fucking with it until we put the fundraiser together and see how fast that Cash Money Records comes in. So we're gonna see how it goes, man, for sure.
People were saying they wanted us to do a Rello Keith Mentuition trip to Thailand.
Yeah, I talked to Keith. Yeah, I'm glad you brought that up. I talked to Keith. We talked, and it's on the drawing board. I ain't gonna lie, it's on the drawing board. If it
Chat,
comes to
believe it or
fruition,
not, we do have some breaking news. It's crazy. I can't believe I'm doing this breaking news, guys. Breaking news. There could be a possibility that we do some content within the streets with Keith. Can't believe I'm actually saying this on the record, but it is possible it could happen. We are thinking about going to Thailand International's making the face at me right now, but it's okay because we're going to find out if this is going to happen, guys. We'll see. Look, I don't know. I'm not 100% sure. But I think it would be good for the space, guys. Let us know if that's something you want to see. It's not really, we've never really talked about it to our chat about this potentially. We've been on other panels, but essentially we've squashed the beef with Keith. We don't really have any issue with him as far as, I mean, we joke and we're still going to talk shit on him sometimes, but you know, the content is more important at this point, guys. And so we may do a Rello Mentuition Thailand part 2, but Keith would be there as well. So it'd be kind of like the three of us, and you know, I think it would
content creators collabing.
3 content creators collabing. Yeah.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, it's on the drawing board, but honestly, like if we gonna be a whole away, like me and y'all could just really link up for the trilogy and really, you know what I'm saying, make another movie and just end it out right. But like I said, that throwing Keith in there could be something that could kind of like get a lot of people, I guess, looking forward to something like that. So I'm open to both, but like I said, we don't necessarily need Keith to get the trip to make it a movie. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, it would be a movie regardless, but I think it'd be interesting to have him there, and we get to see Keith live. Guys, this live stuff is not scripted. I mean, we may pick places to go, but what happens. What y'all saw with us, Rello, all the things that happened, that's what happened. Like, it's not, you know what I mean? We're just walking.
Right. My only reservation about Keith is like Keith comes with a lot, right? So it's kind of like, you know, with my people and then his whole thing, and then you know, it's kind of like I don't want it to be almost. It's so big, it becomes like almost like a conflict of interest type situation. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just kind of in a space where it's like, that sounds dope if it doesn't get too complicated. You get what I'm saying? On my mind, for sure.
Right. Someone said, what happened to Sin City? He isn't showing anything in Brazil. Great question. And I've been trying to figure that out. You know, shout out to Sin, but I had already said he needs to be taken off the list because he's not putting out really any content. He went live a few days ago, I think last week or the week before, for a short period of time. I think he only went live for like 15, 20 minutes from Leme Beach in Brazil. Sin's just not really putting out any content. He's just not, you know, he's just not. I don't even know what else to say about it. And I think that that's a bummer. If I were living in Brazil like he was, I'd be fucking crushing it with content and showing, you know, Don Banks is not there anymore. No one's really there doing it. He's missing. There's a gap that could be filled that he's just not filling at this point.
When I was over in Brazil, living over there, I lived there for over a year, and I was solo dolo. I wasn't putting it out because we didn't have a Patreon. So I put out some stuff, but I was like, I don't want a bunch of people over here messing this up. Now that the cat's out the bag, like Don Banks, then the blue, he blew up the whole thing.
He did.
But shout out to him. I mean, he really did a great job of just showing how dope Brazil is. And that's why with this Brazil breakdown, y'all are gonna see all this unreleased footage and all this stuff. It's stuff that I had already recorded, but I'm like, man, I ain't putting out this video. But I recently just finished up this video on how to date overseas in any country, pretty much, but it's me on a date with non-pro women and how to do it without knowing the language. And that video is fire. So check that on Patreon. Maybe maybe we'll talk about it on Saturday with the members, possibly in that stream. But yeah, it's super dope. Super dope.
Yeah. So
shout out to Steve too. He helped me out with a lot of the editing.
Yeah.
But yeah, we both spent a shit ton of time knocking that out, and now we're just gonna work on this Brazil
100%
101.
Yeah. So again, I don't know what's going on with Sin. It's an unfortunate situation. Hopefully he can put out more content, but you got this editing and stuff. It takes time. Look how long it's taken us to get this Brazil thing out. But again, he's had a lot of time, and then he's there physically. So it's like, okay, just go live then, motherfucker. Like, just put out some stuff. So that's something that we can talk with Sin on the back end. But just like I said, it's just to answer your question. I have no clue why he's not putting out content. Doesn't make sense. But other than that, chat, you know, I think that this was a great live. I think it was a progressive live. Again, shout out to all the creators. We want, and I'm hard on people like Sin and Lord because these guys have a lot of subscribers. There's no reason why they're not putting out the content, or Lord is, but like, I'm gonna be critical because, you know, that's just, you know, we're also content creators, and we've seen success, and we've hit the millions and this and that, and so we can speak on it, but also we've impacted the space. So I just think that we just want to see more content, you know, people putting out good shit, and if it's not good or you're not putting it out, we're gonna hold you accountable. So that's really what it comes to. And we want people to hold us accountable. Keith holds us accountable all the time. Yo, y'all said y'all was gonna do this. Y'all said y'all were gonna do that. Where's this? And we hold him accountable. Keith, you haven't put out a video in this long.
And then when he does hold us accountable, like the last time I said, yeah, you're right. We need to get on. His last thing was we need more edited videos. And I say, you know what? You're right. And what do? We've been busting our ass on these videos, especially now that we're back in the States. Like, we're gonna go super hard with this shit.
Yeah. Well, yeah, Rello, man, we appreciate you joining the panel, bro. And thank you so much, man. And yeah, let's figure out the next Mentuition Rello collab. We'll have to figure out where we're gonna go and what we're gonna do. But you know, I think that would be dope. You know, we can talk behind the scenes and see what we want to do, and maybe we'll even ask our chat what y'all want to see. I do think we need to do more, like a longer trip. I felt like the Medi trip was just a little too quick. We need at least a week in the same place at once, or even 2 weeks, and then I think we can really get off some really cool stuff and have everybody in the streams too.
Bro, it's always with Rello, it's always like either one of us is there first, and then like we don't ever have the same amount of time and days there. I think for this trilogy to just knock it out the park, we just both book for the same amount of days. We at least do a week somewhere. If it's in Asia, we might have to go longer, like 10 days. I actually think we could do it in a week now that we've already gone, if we just did Thailand.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna want to hit some more countries.
Yeah, I want to hit
this time.
South Korea and
Philippines.
Bali. Yeah. I want to be out there a good month, bro. I ain't gonna lie. A good 30 days.
Me too. That's probably what it's gonna end up being, like when I go back, like a 30-day.
Yeah.
It's just minimum 30-day. Like, that's probably what it's gonna be.
It's too far to just do a week. It's damn. I came all the way out here. I flew for a day, right? You lose 2 days. If you went for 7 days, you basically lose those. You know what I mean? You're there for 5 because you spend 23 hours fucking flying.
Yeah.
And you're
and
tired.
Then you're jet lagged.
Yeah.
He said, fam, y'all sent this guy there on Easter weekend. Yeah. We did, like, you guys got to understand, is like, we don't know that it's not really popping on certain times. Like, even in Brazil, like when I was living there, like I'd be getting ready to go and take my clothes to get washed or whatever, and then shit's just closed. And I'm like, what the fuck? Oh, it's a holiday. Oh, it's this, it's that. The whole city shut down. So overseas, like, we've been there a million times in Medi. We've never been there on Easter. We didn't even really think that it was going to be that not lit, but we still turned it into a crazy ass trip.
Yeah.
Fucking movie like we promised, even though it wasn't the most packed. So I think that speaks a lot about us.
Yeah. Don't go on the holidays, Christmas and all that, guys. Thanksgiving they don't celebrate, and then don't go on Easter because I think
Christmas is after our Christmas though. I think their Christmas is in like January or something.
No. They celebrate the same Christmas.
Do they?
Yeah.
Because they had the Christmas tree up. Remember when we went at the beginning of January and they were like, it's Christmas. They're celebrating Christmas.
Maybe.
They had that shit up in Cartagena. Remember we were down there? They had the Christmas tree in the middle of the wall.
We'll fact check that, chat. But regardless, just don't go around the holiday season though in general.
It's just Catholic holidays.
Yeah.
Because they're a huge Catholic. Medi's huge Catholic city. A lot of people were going on vacation. We went during another time, the time before that, when we went down for I think my birthday, and it was like a random holiday or something like that. So
but yeah, y'all. So we appreciate y'all. Rello, thank you so much for joining the panel, man. Let us know whenever you do your next show. We'll definitely try to pop through. We know we didn't catch the last one, but we'll try to catch the next one you do.
Yeah, you already know, man. I appreciate y'all having me on. Y'all take care, be safe, and let's get these trips together. All right, guys?
Yes, sir.
Be safe.
All right, bro. Appreciate you, Rello. All right, guys. That was Jay Rello. Tell your bitch I said hello in the building, man. So thank you, Rello, again for joining the panel, guys. We're going to go ahead and wind down here. I think it was, again, a good show. Shout out to everybody watching on Facebook, Instagram, Rumble, and we got a lot of people watching on X. Our X has been popping lately, man. Shout out to everybody on X. People, I think, have been liking the streams we've been doing at the strip clubs. So we're kind of getting pushed through the algorithm because I don't think anyone's doing strip club streams. So yeah. All right, guys. So let me go over our housekeeping again real quick, and then we will wind this one on down. Again, guys, make sure you guys join our locals. Okay, that is mentuition.locals.com, and you guys can check it out for free. However, if you guys want to see all the uncensored, blurry stuff that cannot be shown on YouTube or even on any other platform that's kind of censoring everything, join the locals and sign up for $9.99. Okay. We do have some censored stuff on our X. So if you want to see some censored stuff for free, go over onto X, but we'll probably take a lot of that down, and some of it's laggy because we're streaming some of it. So we take a lot of those streams and we're going to move those streams over. We record those streams without the lag, and we put those on our Patreon and our locals. Guys, so much ass in fucking Brazil, guys. It's really ridiculous. I'm not going to lie. Patreon.com/mentuition, guys. Join the Patreon. It's also free to join this as well. However, again, to unlock all the sauce, you do have to pay. We have 3 tiers. You have our general admission tier. You get free access to some of our locals content, access to all of our full uncensored travel guides, exclusive behind the scenes footage, exclusive access to our private community, Patreon exclusive content, and special Discord access. Next up, guys, we have our VIP tier. You get free access to all of our Not Safe for YouTube content, priority chats on YouTube, access to our members only live streams, a list of over 1,000 remote jobs, 1 free consultation question answer per month on Patreon direct message, 20% off of consultations, 10% off of merch, and even more special Discord access. Next up, guys, and last but not least, we have our All Access Pass membership. This is how you guys can support us at the highest level. You get 1 free consultation per month, up to 1 hour, 25% off of additional consultations throughout the month, access to a list of over 11,000 remote jobs, access to our personal cell phone numbers, free exclusive member-only meetups, VIP access and discounts on our yacht parties. Okay, guys, don't sleep on the yacht parties, guys. We just had an All Access Pass member do a yacht party in Brazil. It was fucking lit. We're going to have him send video and pictures maybe for the next show, and we'll show you guys how lit it was. So when you guys join these tiers, we actually do give you the sauce and the game and the guidance that you guys need to help you out, especially at this level. He's been texting us, calling us, hey, Al, hey, Steve, I have this issue, and we're answering him back pretty much immediately. and he's getting what he needs to get while he's in Brazil. It's very important, this tier and even the other tiers that we have on our Patreon. You get Patreon exclusive discounts on our website services, discounts on our tour guides, and 20% off the merch. And guys, don't forget to join the Discord. That is mentuitiondiscord.net. It is a free community where you guys can chat about your upcoming travel plans. Also join the Mentuition Mafia. That is our YouTube membership. Okay, it's only $3.99, guys. The link is below to join the YouTube membership, or you can click our Mentuition icon below if you're on a desktop, and you can join up that way. So make sure you guys join up. If the Patreon's too much, the locals is too much money, $3.99, $4, you can support us monthly on our YouTube membership. We upload some really cool shit. And we're going to be doing members only live once a week from now on to talk to the members. We have over 40 members now. So shout out to you guys for signing up. Also, guys, join the Facebook group. We started a Facebook group recently where we already had it, but we're kind of pushing it more now. So make sure you guys join up. The link is in the description as well. If you need the link and maybe it's not there, just hit us up in the Discord and we'll send it to you. And what else am I missing? Wasn't there something else?
Nah, man.
Don't kiss these hoes in the mouth.
Definitely don't kiss these hoes in the mouth.
Yeah. Don't eat hookah box. Like, do not eat out a stripper or like never go down on a chick that's might even not even want to do that on regular chicks in this case. In some days,
bro, I'm scarred from just things that I've seen or witnessed or done. I'm scarred. I can't do that.
Be careful. Wear a condom. What else, man? What else? Don't try to date 3 different women. And
don't try to marry in the same county in the United States or 3 different counties.
Get your passports, all that cool stuff.
Don't shame men for being men.
Yeah, don't shame men for being men.
Same things.
When you be at the strip clubs paying for pussy, or even be around it, you shouldn't even be around it if you don't indulge in it. I think that's it, guys. Class is dismissed. We appreciate you guys. We'll catch you guys on the next one. We have a show on Wednesday, so stay tuned for that. What's today? Monday, right?
Monday.
Yeah, show on Wednesday, guys. Stay tuned.
Guide will be out on the 15th. Hold us accountable.
May 15th.
May 15th. Hold us accountable.
Yes, sir. All right, guys. We appreciate you guys. And until next time, adios.